Okay, guys, we are live. So for those listening at home, welcome to the Dungeon Musings YouTube channel. My name is Kevin Madison, and I will be your friendly Iron Marshal tonight. Because you see, tonight, there's a couple things going on tonight. For one, we are kicking off our annual Musers Marathon. So all weekend, we'll be playing the exact same adventure for 4 different sessions, 15 hours of gaming over the course of the 3 days. And this year, as is always the case, we select a different game. We've done something a little different this year where we've done a bunch of lead up towards this. So some of our heroes have seen some adventure in the region where they'll be playing before. Some are going to be brand new to here. And everyone has sort of a different level of experience. Some have managed to get themselves to the next tier of play. Some of them are still starting off fresh. But the game we are playing, as you can see on the screen, is Pinnacle Entertainment's very, very cool Pathfinder for Savage Worlds. This is the Savage Worlds rule set. This is something that was recently kickstarted, and at the time of recording, you can still link back this and get copies of this if you choose. To be clear, we haven't been sponsored or anything like that. I just really like this game and wanted to play it all weekend. This is an adaptation of the Savage Worlds rule set to play like Pathfinder 1st Edition. At the time of recording, they have draft versions of the core rules, of the bestiary, and of all 6 modules for the Rise of the Rune Lords adventure path, converted over to Savage Worlds. The rules that we're going to be using for this, they may not be the version that is going to finally see print. I have jumped the gun and printed everything because I really enjoy this game and we've been running a lot of it. And the setting where we're playing is in Paizo's very, very cool setting, the land of falling stars, Numeria. And we are co-opting the name for the classic adventure path that that is set in Numeria, and that is the Iron Gods. So, if you are interested in playing the Iron Gods adventure path and you haven't played it thus far, this will have absolutely no spoilers for you. We're not playing any of the material from that. We're just taking advantage of the awesome setting to run a science fantasy Thunder the Barbarian, He-Man, Thundercats style scrap up. So, I've been talking an awful lot while all these fine folks have been sitting in very, very patient silence. Let me introduce you to the players for who'll be kicking off our gaming marathon here. Oh, last thing I'll say, guys. Well, let's do introductions, and then I'll provide the name for today's session. So, first up, coming to us from what appears to be his home liquor store, is Jeffrey.
Hey, everybody. Yes, I moved my setup down into the whiskey vault for the special gaming marathon. And I'm going to be playing Rafnarek, who is a half-elf monk and priest of the goddess of destiny.
Nice, yeah, Pharasma. Very cool. Next up is George.
Hey, I'm George. I have my car started so I can drive over to Jeff's.
Nice.
But I'm playing Zenobia of the Wild Fells, who is a human, a Kelid human, who is a barbarian, a blood rager.
Well, you are actually multi-class as well, I think, because you are a barbarian sorcerer.
That's right. Exactly.
Yeah. John was biting his tongue.
Yeah. She doesn't advertise that fact, but you definitely notice it when it happens.
Very nice. Next up is John.
Hey everyone, I am John, and I'm playing Velka's Thundershield. She is also a human Kelid with a barbarian persuasion, but she is also a bard, so that makes her a skald.
Very awesome. Next up is our resident armorsmith, Dave.
Hey everybody, I'm Dave. I am playing Mare. She is an android ranger who doesn't even fashion herself as a gunslinger anymore. She's toting a rifle and a pistol, so it's gonna be fun.
Nice. Next up is our resident carpenter and artesian bread maker, Andrew.
That's probably closer. Evening, everyone. I'm Andrew. I am definitely not anywhere near as much liquor as Jeff. Me and my lowly little beer. I might go get scotch before the evening's done. You know, he's taunting us, putting it in front of the camera.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure. My name's Sean. I'm playing Ambrosius Apparatum, a priest of the goddess of Bry. She's goddess of invention, particularly of creating devices that seem to have a life of their own, like clockwork or golems. And doesn't really understand human emotions, but that doesn't stop him. And yeah, fired up.
Nice. Excellent. We will have one other player joining us right now, but he is attempting to wrestle that inescapable encounter of two young daughters. So once he escapes them, then he will be joining us in to play Bran, a techno wizard. So, guys, the title for this weekend's adventure is Terror from the Forgotten Time. And tonight is Chapter 1, Dreams of the Gallows Grove. So, our story starts in the Foundry Tavern, a very frequently, a place that is frequented by the more adventurous and greedy and ambitious in Numeria, those who find themselves in Torch. There are other watering holes that people might want to go to, but the Foundry Tavern, founded originally by Joram Kite, this place has been a refuge for those brave adventurers who will go out facing trolls and vicious Kelid tribesmen and bizarre Numerian illnesses to try and find the ancient technology left behind 9 millennia earlier by the Night of Falling Stars. And tonight's no different from any other night. We see the door creak open. We can see that the bar is packed again. This lone figure goes shambling in and seems to be know precisely where they are going. And they make their way up to the bar, and they take a seat at one of the empty seats. It's curious because it's one of the few empty seats that are there, but you may even think that this is one that has been saved for this individual. They sit down, they hunch over, and someone says, "Hey! Hey, old one!" And the hooded figure turns and looks over at the noise that had called over. We cannot see their features, but the person making all the noise is a young half-orc, and he's at a table full of a bunch of people. And he's like, "Hey! Tell them the tale of the trees! They haven't heard it before!" And he, or they, I should say, they turn back and sort of put their hand up and turn their attention fully to the drink in front of them. And the half-orc, determined as his kind often is, says, "Come on! We'll pay for your night's drinks." And he stops, or they, I should say, stop. They turn around, and the young orc kind of hits his friends like, "Listen, you're gonna love this!" And the voice comes saying, "Let me tell you of the first time that torch nearly fell. A tale I call the Terror from the Forgotten Time." And our scene shifts. Let's see here. I'm just going to refresh. I do not see Brent. Let's see here.
I don't either.
There he is. Good lord, it's fucking Rasputin.
In our midst.
All right, so guys, our scene shifts into a mist-shrouded forest full of twisting and weird trees. Bizarre, sickly white moss hangs to the side of all of these things. They seem to ooze through the gnarled bark, and the limbs seem to have a mind of their own, linking in with each other above. each of you thinks that you have both been here before but never been here. What I would like you to do is to make a decision of whether you wish to try and learn more or whether you wish to try and awaken. When you decide, if you are trying to learn more, if you want to explore this bizarre landscape you find yourself in, you will make a smarts roll, please. No modifiers. If you wish to try and awaken, would you please make a spirit roll? You guys can go ahead and roll. I will know from what you rolled what you decided to do. Uh-oh, Raph.
Despite what it says on the screen, none of us are very smart.
Yeah. Well, I got, there's an
We're
8,
choosing
9,
to look
8.
around here.
You guys, I think
Well,
everyone...
no, I mean, the fact that we've even chosen to do this.
I love it. For those listening at home, every single one of them, except for Ambrosius, has rolled smarts. Ambrosius is like, fuck this, I'm out of here. Which is some interesting role-playing. Isn't one of his hindrances curious?
He's curious. It's true.
All right, so let's see here. What we've got, and we've got Bran and Raph who have both failed. Brent, you need to untick something on your encumbrance because you currently have a either an encumbrance penalty or a fatigue penalty. And you may be muted in chat, Brent. I'm not sure if you said anything since you signed in. Oh, and for those listening at home, the kindly gentleman looking like an advisor to the Russian royal family, that is our buddy Brent.
Stay on him, Kevin.
I think I spent about 10 minutes making nothing but the Prince Yusupov jokes. I think I've spent that. So Brent is also a history nerd too, and a Russian history nerd. So I'm playing to the crowd here.
We got to
Nice.
talk, Brent.
Yeah.
All right. So Brent, if you're talking, I still can't hear you.
He's muted in the Hangouts.
You're muted in the
Brent's
Hangouts,
muted.
Brent.
Everybody
That
knows
would-
Brent's muted.
There we go.
Oh, so I guess I'll repeat the question I asked you while I'm muted. Like, why isn't anyone answering me? I'm taking we're in some kind of dreamscape.
Well, no. I'm going to suggest that because no one else has asked about that, Brent, maybe you should just go along and see what happens.
Okay.
Yeah. So here's the question I do have, is that Bran and Raph, you guys both failed your rolls. Do you wish to spend a penny to re-roll?
No.
Okay.
Yeah, what the hell? I'm kind of curious to see what the heck's going on.
Okay.
Where's my pennies on here? Where is me? Hang on. If I can find me, I will remove a penny. Ah, here I am. Okay. And I'll just roll first.
Yeah, just go ahead and roll and you can adjust afterwards. Look at
Yay,
that.
I'm smart.
Okay. So here's what, and what I need you guys to track is those of you who got successes, you've got 1 point. Those of you who got raises, you have 2 points. And those of you who failed, I think the only person who failed who rolled was Bran. Bran?
No, I re-rolled.
No,
Not
failed.
Bran, I'm sorry, Raph. Raph, you are completely, you start staggering through this bizarre and shrouded terrain. What you find is that you are very quickly getting lost. And by lost, I mean, like, you don't know where you are. I mean, like, you can't even figure out how to find a trail to make your way through. You seem to have the vegetation and the foliage around here and the trees crouching in and making it so hard to find any kind of orientation. In addition, because of your failure, you lose 1 step in your smarts die. So, as a reminder for everyone to modify your dice, just go into the cog on the right-hand side, put in a step up or down. That will adjust it for temporary without permanently changing your stats. Those of you who got 1 success, everyone, and what I've said for the late arrivals, for when we're asking to spend bennies or to for anything, just hold your hand up in front of your camera. That'll be easier for me. So you got 1-6, excellent. Okay, so Ambrosius.
And I awakened.
Oh, you only got... No, actually, you didn't awaken. You can feel that you are making that progress towards awakening. You know this is a dream. So you close your eyes and are just focusing on that. You lose nothing thus far. Those of you who got 1 success on smarts, hands up. Or does everybody get raised? Look at this bunch of smarty pants. All of you find, for one, what you notice as you're navigating through here, there is a violet light in the sky. And you realize how all of this moves up in one sloping direction towards where that light is going. And as you're staggering through here, individually, one by one, what you come across is the one-story exterior of the Foundry Tavern. Completely shrouded and surrounded by these trees, as if left to... It does not look damaged by any time or exposure, but you would think that this thing was left for centuries for trees to grow around it. Guys, next round. Do you wish to learn more, making a smarts roll? Or do you wish to try and force yourself awake? And a spirit roll. Go ahead and make your call and make your roll.
And you're not locked in whatever you chose before.
Definitely not, no. Zenobia, looks like you've got fatigue on right now as well, or encumbrance. So you may want to just drop, unequip something that's too heavy for you.
Oh, come on, Brad. The exact same roll as I did last.
All right.
Beginning to see what you meant, Kevin.
Yeah. We were talking about your often your dice luck, Brent, before, because the guys were like, "Oh, don't worry, we'll take all this gear and we'll get it fixed up." I'm like, yeah, it'll be left in Brent's dice roll's hands to see if the jetpack explodes. All right, that's
I'm
the
really
end.
good at rolling with bennies. I seem to do way better with them than my regular roll.
I was saying, well, do you remember how well you did with Iron Kingdoms?
Yeah.
Yeah, you rolled better than anybody else in that game on a regular basis.
Although it's very hit or miss.
So,
Mostly miss.
speaking of misses, Bran, do you want? I think you're the only one who failed. Do you wish to spend a Benny?
No, I'm gonna see what happens.
So what happens is like what happened with Raph. He found himself lost. You lose a step in your smarts die. Okay, so I don't think anyone rolled spirit this time, did they? Or did Ambrosius roll spirit again?
No, I went smarts this time.
Oh, smarts this time. Okay, so hands up. Everyone got
Shoot.
everyone got 1 success on smarts. Awesome. Okay, so everybody is at 3 then. So what you can see... Who's at 1? Oh, Raph is at 1. Raph, what you see now is you seemingly can spot a violet hue to the sky off in one direction, up the slope. That's as far as you're able to discern, or to interpret this this dream.
And I was awakened last time, so do I get the same score?
No.
as the others?
You didn't awaken.
I mean, I chose awakens.
Oh, chose awaken. So yeah. So now you've opened your eyes and you sort of sunk back into the dream now. The progress you got with your spirit is lost because you have thrown yourself into the dreamscape.
Okay.
And what you can see is same thing that Raph sees, this violet light off in one direction. Those who now have 3 successes on smarts, as you're walking along and these strange twisted limbs are hanging down and twining together overhead, you begin to see dark hanging forms that appear out of the mists as you're making your way through. You can find near the Foundry Tavern another local building that you all would know well. And I'll leave it to you to decide what direction you would go. Would you go towards the top of Black Hill, where the torch is? Would you go towards the Temple of Bry? Ambrosius, you haven't quite figured out where you are yet, so that wouldn't happen with you. But
Okay.
Malray may go to the stables, which is actually opposite direction from the Black Hill. But what you guys can tell is that as you get closer, these are humanoid forms hanging from the neck. None of them move. They all hang down limp. And unfortunately, with how high up they are and how thick the mist is, you can't make out what species these may be, what ancestry they may come from. But suddenly, in the way that dreams can suddenly shift, you can realize that you are surrounded by them. Every single tree, every limb has 4, sometimes 5 bodies hanging from them. There may be hundreds, even within view here. And every step you take, it seems to get thicker and more choked. Next round, guys. Smart to try and learn. Oh, go ahead.
Do the bodies look recent, or like
You
they've
can't
been
make
hanging
out-
there for a few weeks?
Can't make out
no
any
detail.
features.
Okay.
Yeah, no details.
Okay.
One more, please. Smarts or spirit, try and awaken.
And Kev, we're not adding anything to our smart score, right?
Correct. Just rolling the raw things. Look at that. Velka's had enough. So Velka stops and is trying to force herself awake. Everyone else looks like they went with smarts. Mare gets a raise on it. Pretty good. Bran, how'd you do this time? Look at that, a success. Oh, Raph. All right. So, Raph, what I need you to do is to give us a vigor check, please, at -2.
Vigor. Oh, there we go.
Let's see. Vigor at -2, please. You bolt awake on your little bedroll that you use in the Shrine of Pharasma, and you have 1 level of fatigue. You feel shaken to the core, and you've got a scorching migraine. Everyone else, let's see, did anyone else fail their rolls? I think everyone else succeeded, right? Good. So, who is at 4 successes with smarts now? Okay. Zenobia and Krusk, what you can hear, as if coming from a poorly tuned radio, is a garbled and crackling voice coming through. But there is a clear voice or clear word that is coming through. And it is an accented common. That word is help. I would then like Zenobia and Crust to give us a vigor check at a vigor check, please.
And this for Zenobia, does this sound familiar?
Very familiar.
Okay, thank you.
Very familiar. Nice. All right, so you guys, no fatigue. You wake up, it's been an upsetting dream, but you're fine. All right, then, looks like we have Velka, Mare, Ambrosius, and Bran still stuck in this dreamscape. Ambrosius, you have 2 successes on... 2 successes on Spirit or on Smart?
On smarts.
So you can tell now, you walk by, and what you see is the Temple of Bry. Again, abandoned. It doesn't look... It looks as if Joseph picked up and... or not Joseph, what's his name? Joram Kite.
Yes.
Joram just picked up and walked away. And then somehow an entire forest grew around.
Sorrow.
Then, next round, guys. So I think You're... No, you don't get... there's very, very rare things that benefit more than one raise. It's only like damage, soaking, and then sometimes scavenging.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Okay, everyone make your selection. Trying to learn more.
If Zenobia and I woke up, I'm assuming we can't learn more?
You'll hear what I described for...
okay, so I can still take the test.
Yeah, no, you're out. You're up. You're
okay.
not doing anything. Only everyone who's still in the Dreamscape.
Cool.
So Mare, you got yourself. Yeah, you know everything that I've described for the others. You can think of how Mare processes that, seeing the hanging things. Mare, why don't you give us a survival check as well too?
She's like overly curious now and doesn't want to stop.
Yeah. Okay. These are not natural trees. These are not trees found on Golarion. Most definitely not. Whether that comes from somewhere beyond the stars or from the pits of hell, that's really something for you to determine. Anyone who has reached 4 successes or greater or 4 things in their smarts rolls, go ahead and give us a vigor check.
So I failed and I spent a Benny and then re-rolled there.
Okay, excellent. So you're up to 3 now, right?
Yes.
Oh!
Ooh.
Someone doesn't wake up.
Oh, man.
Vigor, you have 2 levels of fatigue now, Bran. This is particularly traumatizing for you.
Does your levels of success give any modifiers for the vigor roll, or
No.
just
Just if you flunk out of it, basically, if you fail your spirit check of trying to wake up, or if you reduce your smarts down to 0, then you get a penalty. But otherwise, okay.
Or if you have a critical failure.
Mare is fine. Yeah, way to open things up. All right. Yeah, exactly. Rolled by Brent. Exactly. Okay, so Ambrosius and Velka are the only 2 ones. Velka, what did you roll? Did you roll?
I got a success. That's 2 successes towards waking.
Towards which?
To waking.
Well, which one? Did you do spirit or did you do...
Oh, I did spirit.
Okay, well, no, you're actually 3. Your raise counts as just a 12 isn't 2 raises.
Got it.
Yeah, so you have stopped and are stopped engaging, just trying to force yourself awake. Then... let's see here. Who is left in the Dreamscape then? Velka still needs 1 more success. Ambrosius needs 1 more. Mare? No. If you've reached 4 successes, you're out. You can't choose to stay. No, that you have to make your vigor roll. Oh, you already made your vigor roll. Yeah, you're awake. So, we only have Ambrosius and Velka left. Go ahead, guys. Oh gosh.
I want to spend a Benny.
Okay. Ambrosius, you are out. Give us a vigor check, and you've learned exactly what the others... so you were out as well, Velka. Give us a vigor check. Well, no modifiers for either of you guys. Okay, success for both. So neither of you suffer any fatigue. Now, Bran, your fatigue, unfortunately, will last until you get a good... Oh, and Raph, will last until you guys get a good night's sleep. And as you wake up, I think that we can interpret that what you guys are dealing with is something that you have... This is not your first time having such an evocative dream about this stuff. So, with that, we can see that in the film version of our campaign, we see every one of these heroes sitting up in their cot or their bed or their bedroll or their bunk and considering what they have each individually seen. Our scene cuts now to the Foundry Tavern. Actually, let me set up a... let's see here. I'll keep that, get rid of that. Okay. Because I know I recently loaded something that can be used as our background image. So, which of our heroes do we think is going to be the first to arrive at the Foundry Tavern this evening? Each of you has gone about your day's business. You've, seen to your tasks or your responsibilities or whichever. Let me bring you over here. So you're slowly filtering in to the Foundry Tavern.
Is there a different inn that I can book accommodations at? Not the creepy dream one.
There's not really. Well, you're not flush with cash right now, are you? And this is not the first. Again, Brent, like because you rolled so poorly, I think this is not the first time you've had this dream.
Okay.
If your first inkling would be to try and change your things, and Brent, you should be at 1 Benny right now because you used 2 bennies so far, right?
I thought I used 1, but maybe I did use 2.
Then the yeah, I think Krusk is the bouncer at the Foundry Tavern. You guys may remember. And who do you think? Do you think Krusk, would you be here early? Do you think? Or
I was gonna ask if it makes sense that I kind of already be here because it's where I make money.
Absolutely. And why doesn't everyone give us okay, so Velko will be there as well. It's strange. Velko's actually recently back too. She's only been back about a day. This will be her first time back and performing in the Foundry Tavern. There's not like bookings or anything like that, so someone may tell you to shut the fuck up. But you're a barbarian too, so. But that will also get you kicked out. Another victim for Gar.
My words are sharper than my blade.
So Krusk is here. We see Velka off in the corner. This is probably early evening, so there's either like the folks who were they had nothing better to do, they were just hanging around. Who is the next one to sort of trickle in here?
Maybe Branwood, because he's super tired.
Yeah.
He's done.
So, Krusk, you see the door opens, and Bran walks in looking like, he hasn't slept in about a week. He's pale, his eyes are sunken in, big black bags underneath them. And what does Bran do, Bran?
Staggers to the bar, orders a drink, brings it to the table, and sort of kind of collapses in.
So before you get the drink, we see Val, the Joram Kite's, not Joram, Connor Bain's adopted daughter. Connor, she looks up at you and she's like, "Have you been drinking already?"
Huh? No.
She looks over at Krusk as if like, "Watch this one." Plinks a drink down for you. You take the drink and slump down. Why don't we say the next in would be Raph, because Raph is also similarly feeling the weight of the dream. So Jeff, what do we see as Raph comes into the Foundry Tavern?
Well, I think that Raph would come in and probably be looking for Mare and Ambrosius.
Okay. So you look in, and neither Mare nor Ambrosius are in here yet. But there is another sitting at a table with 7 seats, or 6 seats, I should say. There is another person you've come to know in town. That's the techno wizard, Bran.
Yeah, I would probably go sit with Bran. I'm not really much of a drinker at all, so I would just go take a seat.
Sure.
And,
you don't need to make a notice check to see the shape that Bran seems to be in. And Bran, do you make any notice of Raph as he comes and sits down?
I do, but it's like a delayed notice. He sort of makes eye contact, maybe sees through him, and Bran sits down, and it takes like he's just in sort of like in slow motion. He's tired, sort of blinks a few times and goes, "Hi."
Evening.
Takes a sip.
Okay.
And it is.
Who is the next to arrive? So Velka is, you can see some of these people come in. I think that you have met Raph before for sure. Who is the next to arrive?
Maybe it's Zenobia.
Oh, okay.
Mare, go ahead, Dave. No, Dave.
Looks like no.
Dave,
Mare and Zenobia have. There's 2 doors into the Foundry Tavern. Both doors open at the same time.
Well, and actually, I would say that Zenobia was waiting to see Mare go in, because the last time I was at the Foundry, trouble happened and Mare was helping me out. So I'm kind of hanging out outside until I see Mare go in.
So the 2 doors open, and Krusk, you quickly scan back and forth, and you can see that it's Mare and Zenobia.
Yeah. I'll maybe raise my inevitable pint glass and just kind of give a firm kind of like nod to the two of them.
Okay.
Is that the glass that you normally try to hide from Val?
Well, I'm definitely looking around to see if Parda's here.
Parda is not here. Not so far, at least.
Krusk is also looking around to see if Parda's
Yeah, that's smart.
Parda's the half-orc, right?
Yes.
Yep.
Mare, can I be spilling halfling drinks tonight?
I hope not to. And in fact, I owe you a drink if I remember correctly. Would you like one?
I believe it was the halfling that spilled his drink 3 times.
It was.
That halfling had some help, and I look right over at Zenobia.
What? Wasn't my fault. As if I said that 100 times.
Yeah.
I heard you threw him across the room. Is it true?
Well, it was your fault, but truthfully, had Krusk broken the fight up sooner, the halfling might only have spilled 1 drink.
That's what I'm saying. I owe you a drink. Let's go.
So Bran sees, I'm picturing slowly grabbing his head as this is going on, like, oh god, this is so loud. So you guys can see that Raph and Bran have already claimed a table, and there's plenty of spaces here as well too. Mare, you recall that you and Bran had recently faced that warren of trolls in that ancient ruin. Saved Bran, in fact, from certain death, being a troll snack.
Indeed. And Krusk Trollslayer was there.
Yes. Krusk Trollbane.
I'm going to stick with Mare, just because I want to make sure I don't get into trouble.
Okay. So I think the only last remaining party member to arrive is Ambrosius. What do we see as Ambrosius makes his arrival?
I think Ambrosius would have tried to bring Joram Kite with him, if he was at all willing.
Okay.
To have a drink.
Probably not. No, he's not. Yeah,
okay.
He's not. That's not really his scene.
I mean, mainly because the nightmare, and so the temple was deserted and sorrow, and so I wake up rushing to the temple is probably what he did. Just to kind of, it's a dream, but he's disconcerted.
Since you're a priest, it wouldn't be untoward for you to sleep at the temple as well too. There'll be quarters for.
Yeah.
This is a small town, right? It's a tiny town, so like they'd rather than building a second structure or whatnot, they would just build the temple with accommodations for. So it's yourself, Joram, and Joseph of Bry, who all.
Yeah. No, very true. So I mean, he maybe rushed out of the sleeping quarters and grabbed Joram, and Joram's like, "Okay, everyone, calm down." And I'm like, "No, you're okay." And he's like, "All right." And so then after sweeping and probably work at the workstations in the temple, cobbling together some craft work and studying things.
Yep.
He's ready for a drink and tries and begs Joram to come, and Joram's like, no, whatever. And,
I think you're not. It's not helicopter parenting, but it's the child equivalent thereof, where he's just like, look, you need to just
Yeah.
I'm going to buy your first round for you. Here you go.
Yeah.
Go and Bry, go with you. Go.
All right.
With you.
If you change your mind, you know where I'll be.
I appreciate.
And he heads down.
I will be here. So, you guys see from the sounds of things, and Ambrosius has a look of consternation on his face, which is unusual for him when he walks in. And Mare, it's harder for others to read androids, but this would be like a full-on furrowed brow, sweat coming down. Like he looks very upset. This is the first day you guys have all seen each other since you have returned. Now, the one thing I want to ask about is the relationship between Zenobia and Velka, because George, why don't you tell John about Zenobia's sort of, in a nutshell, her relationship with the Kelid people?
She's essentially an exile because she, as you would know, Kelids are not particularly fond of magic or technology. And she has both of those things in her blood. And she brought that on herself without going into the full background, and therefore was cast out and so she left a while ago and misses her clan, her tribe, but she has no other choice. So she would have filled you in on that at some point when she trusted you, but so that's how she ended up here as a sort of bounty hunter.
Okay.
And how does Velka feel about that?
Well, Velka isn't exactly an outcast. She has some magic, but that's more through song and story, which is more of an accepted kind of practice. I'm guessing she's out about making her living, telling stories, finding interesting things, and bringing news back to people eventually. But she gets tied up in everything. So I think she met Zenobia here.
Yep.
And maybe she's keeping Zenobia aware.
From what you
of the
said there,
ongoings.
John, I'm going to suggest that you and Ambrosius definitely have met, and because Ambrosius is curious and is very interested in Numerian technology and secrets and whatnot. So you may also, Raph is a bit of a chatty Cathy as well too. So you may have got to know him as well. So
Velka's always interested in heroic stories, being a hero, but she's kind of loose-lipped. She doesn't keep secrets well. So
does she know what her destiny is?
Her destiny? To die a hero with an axe in her hand.
Are you pursuing?
Did you say head?
Head. Go for the head.
That could be arranged.
In the hand. Oh God! Why did I phrase it that way? Oh Jesus! All right.
No, Velka's in search of her destiny.
So we now have all of our heroes gathered. Velka, you finish your last tuning. You set whatever your instrument is aside. Kev, it's a piano. Okay, well, and then you make your way over to.
She's more of a percussion and voice kind of.
Oh, okay.
Gold.
Oh God. Drummer. Awesome. Y'all see you at your regularly scheduled performance outside the library for the entire summer.
She sings too.
Okay. So you guys now have all come together. Krusk, you've it seems like these are all colleagues and probably friends, you would call them. You've been through quite a bit with Mare and with Ambrosius, and indeed. And Bran, you owe your life to Ambrosius, Mare, and Krusk. Wait,
I think even with Zenobia, I think there might be had we had the time to talk after that scuffle, I think there might be a bit of a kinship there, given we're both outsiders, in our different ways, and I think there might be a bond there. I don't know.
Yeah,
so
that makes sense,
guys. For those listening at home, we circulated some emails with a little bit of tidbits that the characters could talk about. Normally, Jeff and Brent can attest to this. When we normally have our annual gaming marathon in person, we do it around an enormous table. We have a bunch of tables pushed together. We've got everyone sitting around, and because of the current restrictions and because everyone's all over the place as well, we can't do this. So this is what's passing for the Musers Marathon of collecting our heroes around a table. And if you want to know, later on this evening, Jeff will be treating everyone to tie. So,
yes,
nice.
Get your skip the dishes out, Jeffrey.
Yeah. So, what you guys can all see is that now, Raph, are you trying to hide how exhausted you are, or do you not care?
I think that it's just displaying itself in he's being extremely quiet compared to his normal self.
Love it. So then Bran is the one who is obviously at a glance you can tell he's quite worse for wear. And Bran, am I correct? Bran's not really normally much of a drinker, right? Like he's not going to be feeling a big night out from the previous night, right?
Not terribly. I mean, he doesn't abstain completely, but maybe he'll have like a few.
Yeah.
He seems to be extra quiet and kind of out of it, and he's drinking more heavily than normal.
Okay.
Enough booze makes for a good sleep.
Yeah.
Douglas taken notice of how worn out he looks. So.
Okay. What do you guys say?
I'm curious.
You're always curious?
Does anybody here know about Does anybody here know about migrations of animals, particularly those in the neighboring communities?
No.
Why no?
You
Why
don't?
do you ask, Mare?
Just some things I've noticed, but that's all right. If you don't know, then you're no help to me.
Okay.
I mean, not to be insulting. I just I was curious because the animals are migrating differently, and it's abnormal.
Oh, Mare, I've missed you. And Ambrosius goes over and cheers with Mare. I have nothing to add on that, but it's good to see you, my friend.
Hello, Ambrosius.
Animals specifically. No, that doesn't.
Do you have some theory, Mare, as to what might be going on?
Just that things are not normal. Animals migrating from west to east, away from west.
Roko like scratches at her temple where her ear is and says, "I did notice something abnormal on my way here from White Stallion.
We were in
What was
White
that?
Stallion.
Had a dream about it last night too.
Really?
Yeah, just plains. Just there aren't trees around here, but I saw this weird tree on the northern side of the road that wasn't there a few days ago.
Fully
And
grown?
I could swear there was something hanging from it. I had this weird dream last night, and a bunch of trees clustered around this very tavern. And I saw things hanging in there.
With that, you guys hear this screeching of a chair, and this person kind of stumbles back. They clearly they were sitting at a table all by themselves, and they turn and look at you, and they've got a ton of like robes and such that are sort of wrapped around them. It's not unusual. I mean, like, there's all sorts that come out of the wastes. I'd like everyone to give us a notice check, please.
Not good at that.
That's what acing dice are for. So you got to beat a 9.
Oof.
Good luck
I'll
with
re-roll.
that.
I mean, we know that Krusk is not the most observant
Yeah.
Okay.
bouncer.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh, Mare.
I re-rolled with Elan.
Nice. Yeah,
Nice.
Elan is amazing. So you look over, and just your focus really seems to go on these Mare, and we see sort of the circuitry on your face kind of like trace its way down as it glows. And the weird thing is, this being, whatever this person is, has red irises, no pupils, black eyes, and a ashen gray skin. And really, that's only through the little strip that isn't covered. With a roll that good, you also can judge, just from the way that he's holding himself, he's a little burlier, but he's actually a hobgoblin. It's very unusual to have hobgoblins here. You would know just from experience in Numeria, hobgoblin tribes, along with mutant tribes, are found in the Feldales to the west, and there are communities of hobgoblins in Scrapwall as well. This one isn't dressed like they're from Scrapwall. This is honestly dressed like a raider from the Feldales. So he staggers back, looks over, and he's going to try and run for the door. Krusk, you don't need to actually... You're bouncing the shit out of this, so you see this person jump up and start trying to, like, panic and run for a door. Do you guys do anything?
Bolt for the door. Stop him.
Yeah, I'm gonna jump away from the bar and try to assist.
Again, he's at the bar. Oh, shit.
Yeah,
my feet on the table.
Like seriously, like.
Well, let's do this, guys.
Elskin Raider.
Let's just let everyone know. Does anybody have any edges that modify their how many cards they get or anything like that? Nope. Awesome. I'm just going to go left to right here. Raph, Jack, and we'll just go through. We'll do it this way. And I have, actually, Hold on. Here we go. Here we go. There may be a chase here. Also, let's just once again appreciate how fucking versatile Kevin MacLeod is. It's like,
I was just gonna say that.
unbelievable.
Yep.
All right, so let's hear. And again, that's for you, Krusk. Sorry, I just can't apparently move it. So my stupid mouse is not working with me. Ambrosius and Bran. King. All right. Now, is anybody spending a Benny? Just hold up your hand. Mare is. Go ahead. Okay. No one else spending a Benny? Excellent. Then, and I got to go for the this Hobgoblin. Hobgoblin's acting on a 5. I'll spend one of my bennies. Because fuck it. Let's see where that Joker... Oh, Queen!
Ooh,
Queen of Clubs. Does that change anyone's decisions? Nope.
No.
All right.
No.
So first up is Bran. Bran, you can see this Hobgoblin. Someone shouts out in the bar, "Stop him!"
I think I'm a bit slow to go. I heard a noise. I didn't know it was a hobgoblin. I think I failed the notice check.
All that means is that you didn't recognize that he was a hobgoblin. You saw it was an almost completely quiet bar. Otherwise, you heard the screech of the wood on wood as he threw the chair back and was getting ready to race for the door.
I stand up, and I'm still kind of groggy. Has he booked it already?
Yeah, no, he's stood up. That's it. What are you doing? You got decide 3 seconds here. 3.
Walking into between him and the door.
Okay. So you can easily make your way between him and the door. I'm going to assume what you're doing, Brent, is readying an action to try and stop him physically. If you do, and then it'll be a contested athletics check.
And I'm trying to sort of be less than obvious that I'm not jumping to get in his way. Is more of I'm stumbling toward the bar and still really fatigued.
Okay, so he's going to try and run right past and steamroll over Bran. Bran, would you kindly give us an athletics check? You need to beat this guy's athletics.
Oh, this is not going to happen.
I got an exploding dice. I got a 7.
I will get less than your 7.
3. Okay, you spending Benny?
No.
All right, so he goes racing over, and he reaches the door, throws the door open, and he's starting to make his way out. Next up will be Raph. What are you doing, Raph?
Raph looks over at the door, and he says, "Nah, Wreck, not Raph's problem."
Okay. Next, we got 2 with 10. We go in reverse alphabetical order. Hearts is up first. Ambrosius, what are you doing?
So he seemed to have. From what Ambrosius saw, did he seem to have a strong reaction to the remark about the dream?
Mention of the tree that Velka saw.
So I think with a spike of curiosity about this man and the fact that Ambrosius has just studied it, he's going to make first use of his slumber spell.
So race case. So I think what you need to do is I'm going to need you to get a 9 on your run.
Okay.
Because you're going to have to run to be able to get to this guy. You know what? Actually, let me revise that. You're going to take a -2 to your spellcasting roll, so I don't care if you're going to be able to race there and then try and make your slumber check.
Okay. The range is if it's close enough. It's my smart.
It's more the fact that he's out the door already.
I see.
So you need to run over there to see him, because remember, standing up costs you 2 of your pace.
Okay.
So you'd have a pace of 4, and then you got to get to be able to see him.
Okay.
So go ahead and give us click on slumber and take a -2 to it.
All right.
And then you can tell us what your slumber spell looks like.
Yeah. Okay. Ooh.
Holy smokes with a raise. All right, so let's see here. Now, slumber. Okay. All right, this is our first of our seasoned-only spells we've seen, too. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
All right, so anyone affected by slumber must make a spirit roll, -2 because of the raise. All right, so here we go. His spirit is quite good. So let's see here. And so you can hear the roll. I'm using the metal dice.
Nice.
Nice.
That sounds like more than one dice. I
Oh,
wonder if there's a wild dice in there.
trouble.
Oh my goodness. My best roll though is a 3. I'll spend one of his bennies.
Mhm.
He does have, because he's a wild card, he has 3 bennies in Savage Pathfinder.
Just surrender to the power of
Oh,
pride.
got exploding dice.
Oh,
Whoa.
14
oh.
minus
man.
2. He turns, and there's actually what you see, Ambrosius, is in his robes. He stumbles forward, he looks at you, and there is a pulse of red light from underneath the robes covering his forehead. And then he seems to pick up his pace and is not affected by your ability.
Okay.
Crossway, your spell. What does your spell look like, by the way?
So he gets there and against the door frame, holds out his holy symbol, and I think out of his android hand, a fine mist shoots out like an oily mist.
Yep.
With the smell of old leather, and just misses him. Like this cloud just goes right by him.
The olfactory addition is fantastic. I love it.
Yeah.
All right, Krusk, you're up next, bartender or bar bouncer. What are you doing?
Bar bouncer. Yeah, I tried to bound my way across the bar. Clearly not quick enough. So I'm gonna also have to try to hoof it and run after him.
Okay.
I think
you're
go
standing. So I think what is it you're thinking of doing? You try and get to him and then tackle him, or what?
I was gonna. Well, yeah, he's running away. I was gonna try to just grab him and stop him.
Sure. So let's do this. He ran, so he's going to have a -2 to his actions right now as well. Let's make it a contested athletics check. So what do we see as Krusk goes racing in? Does he jump across tables? Does he,
I imagine maybe. Well, he would have immediately he was halfway. I like Dave's suggestion. He was halfway through a drink and then dropped it and ran. So maybe he kind of pushed with a leg, pushed off of maybe there's a foot bar or something at the bottom of the bar, and he just kind of jumped off of that.
Okay.
Tried to shoulder through.
So let's see how I do here. Ooh, I got an acing dice. I got a 9.
Oh no!
Oh, well, 9. You both have -2, so it's not going to matter.
I didn't add a minus, so that's 6.
So my 9 didn't. So it's 6 and 7, one off. Do you wish to spend a penny?
No, I think narratively it'll be more interesting if Krusk just barely misses him.
Yep. So you go racing. You spared no time whatsoever. Try to get after him. Mare, you're up next. What are you doing?
Mare bolts from her seat and goes for the closest exit, even if that's a window. It might get Krusk in trouble, but
let's do this. The window definitely would be the closest for you. Give us an athletics check. Just this isn't going to count as a multi-action penalty. It'll just count as running, so it'll be -2. Oh, he didn't quite get a. If you got a raise, I'd actually make it -0. You want to spend a penny to reroll?
sure.
Nice.
Nice.
When one wants to do through the window is often the best route. That's what I've always been
Yep.
told.
Okay.
Negative.
Wait, why did you get a... Oh, you added 2 because of Elan, right?
Yeah.
Okay, got it. All right, so you race and smash through the window. What is your action? You can see that Krusk is almost on top of this guy, and but he hasn't managed to actually get a good hold of him yet.
Should draw her infernal pistol and say, "Stop, or I'll shoot."
Okay. Give us an intimidation check, please.
I'm
And
so
I'll resist it with
intimidated.
his spirit.
I think that will be a unskilled check.
Kindly ceasing your fleeing.
Oh.
Oh, nope.
You should really stop.
I think that what happens is you say that, and there's a kid walking by who turns and looks at you and just goes, and then keeps on walking.
This works perfectly because Mari doesn't normally try to tell people to stop. She usually shoots first.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, she's a full-on psychopath. Velka, you're up next.
Okay, since I have a pace of 8, can I stand up and get to him?
No, you still need to run to actually reach him.
Okay, well, let's... I'll just stand up and move over just my extra 6, and then she'll just start rapping a kind of a drum beat on the blade of her battle axe, and she's casting confusion in a little area on the two Krusk and the enemy.
Okay.
It's an area.
They're together, so it'll affect both of them. Unless you're spending extra power points. Okay.
No, I'm trying to get
both.
both.
You're going to get -2 from running.
Okay.
But go ahead. Let's see here.
And confusion. And I'm going to try to project like little hanging trees around him so that, he freaks out.
Let's see how it goes. Oh!
I'm going to try a Benny on
Gonna
that
spend a
one.
Benny? Yep, go right ahead.
Reroll.
There you go. All right, so are they distracted or vulnerable?
I'll go with distracted.
I have bad news. Oh no, it'll still be a success. As I said, that didn't include your running penalty, but the 6 will still be, that's reduced to a 4, which is still a success.
Nice.
Oh. I thought it would reroll with the penalty.
No, you got to put it in each time. All right, so I'm sorry, which one is it? Distracted or vulnerable?
Distracted.
Nice. So they have -2. So, Krusk, you suddenly see visions of trees that are appearing, like ghostly trees appearing around you. And you can hear someone is casting a spell behind you. Zenobia, what are you doing?
So I think when Velka had started mentioning this dream that he'd had, that I kind of put my head in my hand because I realized I had to say something about that, and all this has transpired in that blink of an eye. And I look up and I see them all running after somebody. I have no idea who it is or what's going on, but I'm a bounty hunter, so I just jump up and I start charging, and people are getting out of my way with their drinks because they're used to this.
Yep.
And I step up on a chair onto a table and then throw myself at whoever that is.
Okay, so go ahead and give us an athletics check. You'll have -2 from running, but so will your target. Your quarry.
Even with the penalty.
Is that -2 from distracted help?
Both of them are aces.
Oh, man.
Yeah, the greatest thing with these Deadlands dice too. One of them, when it aces, is a pistol and a tomahawk, and one of them is a longhorn skull.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's pretty great. So I got a 7.
All right. Well, I'm spending a Benny.
No. Actually, I got a 5 because I got a -2 from running, and I've got the 2 from that. He's sort of distracted, and you hit this guy. He slams to the ground. His rope, the wrapping around his face falls away, and you can clearly see his face now.
I yell, "I got him!"
And who is this? Who you see, guys? Zenobia, give us a common knowledge check, please.
Alrighty. Here it comes.
He has 3 eyes. It's unnatural.
I got a 4.
You know this because of your bounty hunting background. This is one of the most notorious tribe leaders in the Feldales. This is Harkesh the Seer. He leads a tribe known as the Flesh Takers. Arguably, if there was to be a king in the Feldales, Harkesh the Seer may be that one. He turns and looks at you, snarling, "Let me go! Let me go! Please!" And you know, Harkesh doesn't plead for anything. As soon as you lay your hands on him, he seems to collapse, as if he was finally defeated. And anyone else who's outside, Ambrosius, you run over, Krusk, you run over, Velka, you can see this happening. Mare, you don't need to have him surrender. Zenobia has got him pinned to the ground, and all fight seems to have gone out of this 3-eyed hobgoblin chieftain.
He was scared of me.
This kid kind of goes, "Hey!"
Kid, don't push it. He always had 3 eyes, right? That's not something new.
He's always
I've seen him. Okay.
There are 2 things that are the Feldales are known for: a tribes of mutants and a preponderance of tribes of hobgoblins. Sometimes those are one and the same.
Got it. Cool.
Yeah.
I'll hold it down and just look around to see who else is stepping up, because I have no idea what's going on.
Sure.
I recognize who this is, but I don't know
Velka,
why I just tackled him.
Krusk, and Mare, you guys, and Ambrosius, you guys can all make common knowledge checks as well.
Okay.
Oh.
Holy
Whoa.
shit, Mare.
Oh,
All right.
a triple raise or a triple exploding?
Triple
So,
Lindy.
Mare, what you also know, in addition to, like, you walk up and you can see, like, holy hell, this is Harkesh the Seer. You also know that he is said to have very powerful, bizarre mind powers. One of the things, in addition to his fearsome physical abilities and his unrelenting ruthlessness, that have led him to dominate such a wild region as the Feldales.
I'll mention that to the others. He has, well, magical powers over your mind.
Are you sure? He succumbed to a novice spell.
Well, actually, yeah, Zenobia or Velka taking credit for what other people have done.
And nobody says something's wrong with him. Don't you see that?
Yeah, he's got an eye right here.
He says again, "Let me go," and all three eyes are staring up at you. Those red eyes.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Andrew.
Brand's too. Oh, sorry.
Bran, you've been knocked to the side.
Yeah, I'm gonna say Brand's too tired to go outside, but he does have a familiar that he can send out. So he goes back to the table and lets his familiar float out.
Okay, so this little droid-looking thing floats.
And I'll
outside.
just sort of look through his senses why I.
Give us a spirit roll.
Okay.
No modifier.
Why did he run?
Bran, you trying to set up the mental link with your technological familiar, and you are, imagine, like, accidentally turning on, massive speakers at maximum volume. You can hear someone screeching, "Help!" And then for a second, and it's gone.
Okay. So Bran has given up. He's tired. He's slumped back. He's slouched back into his chair. All of a sudden, he bolts upright from the deafening sound in his head. With all of a sudden, like adrenaline from a scream of help, and he's like, and then he like.
Yeah, you're looking around, and it's no obvious source. Let's go outside. So everyone else has, or not everyone, but most of the rest of the party. You have him on the ground. He has seemingly surrendered.
Ambrosius is bent over, peering at him steadily and says, "Are you hurt?"
Let me go. We're going to die.
I might be able to repair you.
We're all going to die.
I'll pull him up to his feet so you guys can talk to him, but I'll keep a hold on him.
He looks at Velka and says, "She saw it. It comes. The gallows tree comes.
What do you know about these trees?
They bring death and eradication."
Have you tried cutting them down?
Fool! You make light of this! You stupid woman! You will be the first to fall.
That didn't answer the question.
I was gonna ask. Obviously, I realize goblins and hobgoblins are not orcs or half orcs, but there's similar cultural lineages there at play. What do I outside of things I may know or not know? What would like racially wise?
Those are
what do I know?
fairly determinative areas. Outside of things I might know or not know.
No.
Schrodinger's fact or what?
Outside of certain pieces of information I may have been privy to earlier today, if that's more specific for you.
I can't remember what was sent. You're free to make use of that information however you want.
Yeah. And I'm thinking about. I'm just. You know what? Maybe I'll just jump in that. Never mind.
Okay.
I'll kind of look in. I'll lean into him as Zenobi's kind of holding him up, and lean right in. Kind of get up scrutinize him and just tilt my head and like, word has it, your people have been quiet of late.
My people are no longer my people. You fools! It comes! The
What do you mean your
gallows
people
tree
aren't
is
your
your
people?
doom!
Who yelled for help?
You hear from inside the tavern, because you're inside the tavern, Brian.
I think it was your liver.
Raph, Brian's acting really weird here.
Yeah.
What do you mean? What do you mean? Your people are not your people. Were you exiled?
I fled. Get me off the ground, at least. Show me the dignity of my station.
Where did you flee from? Which direction? I'm curious.
The
Did you
west.
flee from the west?
To the west. Death comes from the west.
Is this why the animals are migrating strangely from the west to the east?
They know.
At that, I might turn to Mare at that point. What's this about animals fleeing from the east?
Were you not listening in the tavern when I asked everyone if they knew anything about migrations of animals?
Contrary to what you people might believe, I actually am trying to do my job in there. I'm listening to many things.
Right, sorry. I didn't realize you were at the table at the time. You were
Oh, yeah, no, I was at the bar, a little ways away. Close
hiding
enough, but...
from Val.
Because other rumors have been flying around. That,
You know,
that the hobgoblins. Travelers been saying that they've been really quiet of late. That or they're planning something else. People's suspicions and rumors, often abound, but this is what I've been hearing lately.
Just to clarify what your one of the rumor bits you got there, Andrew, if you've been hearing that both people are saying like, boy, they're really quiet, and people are saying, holy shit, are they organized and deadly right now?
Oh wait, okay, so
Yeah, those are
okay. So I was a little bit confused. So like, I thought it was either that they are quiet, but you're saying that I've been hearing
No.
that they're actually organized and attacking.
You've been hearing both things. Some
Oh.
people are coming in saying like I don't know what's going on in the Feldales, but like traveling in the west of Numeria, it has actually been pretty quiet. And you've had other people saying like they are striking with incredible in incredibly different and brutal fashion, more so than what they have before.
That doesn't make any sense. Both those things can't be true. I look to this hobgoblin. What you explain this? What's going on with your people?
Bring me up. Bring me out of this. You can see there's a little crowd that is forming here.
Yeah,
We can
I
have
pull
him
him up to
down.
his feet.
Okay. He's not fleeing. Like you get him in Sonomi, you got your hands on him, and he stands like he's tall and rangy. He's probably a little bit taller than you, but he is acting like a man defeated. So
Okay.
you can lead him along quite easily with one powerful hand on his arm.
Mare looks him up and goes, "If you run," and she pats her sidearm, trying to like be intimidating again. But
Okay. So he is brought back inside, and when he is brought unveiled back inside, both Bran and Raph, when Jeff gets back from his refreshing.
I mean, look,
Brent,
he's
you
going
can
to
give
take
us
forever
a,
to make a choice there.
common knowledge check.
He's quick.
All right, Jeffrey, let me see your little game.
Oh man.
No
One
modifier, right?
upmanship.
And to be clear, Brent, you've never had that interaction with your droid
Where?
familiar before. Never had something like that happen.
Okay.
And
I have decided I have to go with the Star Wars because it's a Star Wars.
Brent, can you please just make a roll?
Oh, sorry.
Okay.
Nope. It's
Okay.
a fatigue. It's the -2 penalty.
Yeah. So you're just
Yeah.
mine's not
Velka's
there.
gonna take some pity on Bran and come over and relieve him a little bit of his fatigue.
Okay.
The familiar speaks basic.
Okay.
We get rid of one level of his fatigue.
Oh, okay, cool.
All right. Now hold on. That's not permanent though, is it?
It's 1 hour.
1 hour.
Yeah.
Okay, so for 1 hour, you'll relieve for 1 level of your fatigue. You can spend first off, everyone gets a Benny as well, too. That's fucking great role-playing by everybody.
Awesome.
Where do you want to bring this guy? Just into the
I'm
common
actually
room?
going to suggest to Zenobia, Val might let us use one of the rooms upstairs if we want to have a more
there's actually no
quiet
second
conversation.
There's only one story.
Oh, there's no second story.
However, there is
Okay.
Connor. Connor has a workroom that is off in a separate building just to the north of here. She'll let you use that.
Might be easier to get him to talk if he doesn't have an audience.
Yeah, you're right. You're definitely right. I look around at all these people gathering.
People are really like, this guy is. There's a legend about this dude. You know, they
Yeah.
go into battle like the Flesh Takers. They have like a crude kind of like gray, pointy-eared figure with 3 red eyes. That's their sigil for the thing. This guy is so iconic for that particular tribe.
And we don't want the crowd to overhear what he might say either.
Yeah.
So.
Well, and I don't want to have to break up a panicked crowd. They can get dangerous real quick.
I could start a fight over there if it would help.
Nope, that's fine.
All right.
All right.
Would you like to fight me, Zenobia? That would draw a crowd.
So, Raph, you still are entitled to a common knowledge roll, too.
Oh, okay, sure. Well, it won't be very good, but
No, that's what acing dice are for, though. Let's see. There you go. Look at that. So you recognize this guy as well, Raph. It's you. Everything that I mentioned about the notoriety of this dude, the weird. You don't know about the weird powers, but you know that this is like effectively a minor king in the Feldales. A bandit and murderer, mind you, and a mutant. But yeah. So
Mr. Harkesh, can you see through that eye? And Ambrosius is peering at that middle eye.
all 3 of them look over at you. Those red eyes glare at you. You guys are escorted over to. Val gives you the keys to Connor's workshop, and you're all brought in there. How do you secure this dude at all, or Harkesh at all, or?
I'm not trying to do that because I have that sense of defeat. I can tell that he's got defeat knowing who this person usually is, so I'm not concerned about it. So I won't do anything. However, I will keep my arms on him just to keep him close.
Yeah. So he is slumped down again. He's pretty rangy. His face is looks really stocky in this, but he's got he doesn't have like a big thick muscle building neck. When I drew this as well too, I had not seen Army of the Dead yet. And then like as soon as afterwards, someone was like, "Oh, is that Dave Bautista?" And I'm like, "Oh, wasn't intending to be, but kind of is." But
you can't go wrong.
Yeah,
Can't go
really,
wrong.
it's a solid casting choice. So
Yeah.
This is what he wakes up as after the Army of the Dead.
yeah.
Velka's going to grab Harkesh a drink to wet his throat.
Okay. So you hand over. He looks up at you and begrudgingly takes it, and then drinks. And
Is
all
that
3 of his
poison,
eyes.
Velka?
Oh, what was that, Dave?
Is that poison, Velka?
We need information. Why would we poison him? You don't understand people at all.
I'm just making sure you're not. That would be bad.
He looks at you, Mare, with all 3 eyes, and he says, "Your threats are pathetic."
They are.
I know. I need to practice my intimidation. It's not very effective.
You have the conviction and the menace of a small child.
That is pretty scary.
Shooting. I could blast you full of holes if you really wanted to.
More exhausting. They only inflict fatigue damage.
Wow.
Actually, that's not true. They also inflict pretty substantial financial damage as well.
And they're little sociopaths. With all respect to all of your parents out here in the game, but let's be serious. Toddlers.
So he has secured. All of you guys are now in the workshop. What do you wish to do?
Go get the torture implementations. I mean,
So, Harkesh, what's with the trees?
Have you no ears left from
I
your
heard you
incessant
panicking.
drumming?
I heard you panicking and a lot of words coming, but no actual information. Why are they dangerous?
So you're both thick and stupid, as well as hideous.
Why don't we start with discussing what has happened to your tribe? I've been hearing rumors that don't add up, both that your people have practically disappeared and that your people are attacking in a more organized fashion than normal. Both of these things can't be true.
Go ahead and give us a persuasion check and add +3. +2 to offset your outsider modifier, because he doesn't give a shit about that. And then you're going to get a +1 from that approach. So adding 3 in total.
Adding 3 in total,
Yeah.
okay.
Just explaining where those modifiers are come from.
And if there's a modifier that's... if my character sheet indicates that there is a negative modifier to it, that's already calculated in the sheet, right?
Exactly. That's what I'm getting you to
Okay.
add 3 to offset that, because he doesn't see as an outsider. All right, look at that. So he looks at you, and he says, "What you've heard is not wrong. We woke one morning to find the tree there. A twisted and bent thing, unlike any in the Dales. And hanging from it, on vines around throats. Dead, or so we thought, members of other tribes. We thought this a threat of some bizarre kind. Sorrow slain, wicked ones, bone burners, they were all among them. And that night, the first of his emissaries came. We thought better than to approach the tree and wished to consult. I, with my power, could sense there was something amiss with this thing, this gallows tree. At night it came. A hobgoblin, a mutant, from the wicked ones, but changed. In his eyes, roots twisted to clasp his eyes, and blue they glowed, like the sky does. They came and told us that we were to join with their master. We said no. None command the flesh takers save Harkash. So I thought. I next found myself in a grove, trees surrounding me, mists choking, but it was my land. It was my domain, changed. I knew such paltry tricks of the mind. Mine is powerful. But when I freed myself from them, I found the flesh takers 201 had been taken by that tree. They stood as if mesmerized, lost, their weak minds unable to escape that prison. And to the back of each of their heads, a tendril, a root, to the back of their skulls. It is only from my might and my powerful brain that I could escape my own people. They were changed, their eyes clasped by those roots of that tree. But before I fled, I learned something. They did not anticipate Harkesh the Seer's might and my iron will. And I saw the tree was one of many. A forest of these fiendish trees walks through, claiming all those for their master. A master clad in death and metal and will. They are coming. And he points at you, Velka. If you have seen the tree, it comes. Have you dreamed it yet? Have you seen the Gallows Grove?
As a matter of fact, I have.
Then it comes. You should flee. Flee and leave the weak behind as fodder for their master.
That's not what heroes do.
Heroes, what heroes do is die. It is an unstoppable force that comes. Torch will fall. You, if you stand, will die or serve the mutant master.
Still not running.
You know of my shame. You know what has befallen the flesh takers. Let me flee. Let me go.
Do you not wish to free your own people?
Their weakened minds could not stand against one. What would you have them do against an army and their slaves?
How'd you know its master is a mutant?
Because my mind saw them. And you face not only the trees that broke the mightiest tribe in the Feldales. You face not only the flesh takers. You face the sorrow slain, the wicked ones, the bone burners in one army. They will come and raise this. Did you see your fate? We saw ours. Have you seen your town? Have you seen it swallowed by those trees or those things wearing the facade? You have. Your faces show it.
Okay, he's messing with us. I start to get ready to punch him in the face.
So Zenobia's gonna punch him in the face. Do you guys do anything?
Is anybody gonna stop?
Felga's
Yeah,
gonna
well-
like grab her fist and say, "Let the coward run."
He's in our minds. I had a dream too, and we all had dreams. It's all because of him. How would he know?
I did have
Or
a dream
maybe
as
he's
well.
just had the same dream. I'm surprised he'd rather run than seek vengeance.
The evil are cowards at heart. Let him flee.
Once he was a
Yes,
ruler,
because
and now he's a...
vengeance is such pragmatism. Vengeance gets you dead, fool.
I die with honor.
You
Spits on the
die
floor.
with such eager. I'm surprised you've lasted this long. Let me go. I have told you what I know. I will not stand against the tide.
Is this somebody who is like wanted for like the equivalent of
Oh,
war
hell yeah.
crimes? Yeah. Okay. So
Full
yeah.
on.
Hell no.
Okay, Velcro's like she'll shrug and just go to a nearby table, kick her feet up on it and says, "Whatever." She starts fiddling with her battle axe.
I think at this point, Raph will step forward, and he's going to swing his staff in front of the hobgoblin's face to sort of get him to flinch backwards.
Give us a fighting check. I'll make a
So
spirit
you're
check.
going to want to hear the second part of this so you know what the failure could be. And if he does, he's going to slam the end of his staff down between his legs on the chair.
Okay.
So
have
this fail at either point.
I hope you don't miss that.
Critical failure could be a nutshell.
You want athletics?
So nobody's like, hold me back. Wham! Problem solved, guys.
Did you say athletics, Kev?
Fighting.
It would be fighting. Yeah.
Oh, fighting. Okay. Fighting.
I'm just going to treat this like a test. You want to reroll
Oh
that?
man.
If it hits him in the balls or the face, I'm not really too worried about it.
No, it's going to hit neither. Because he's going to,
I
like,
see.
he's not, yeah, like.
No, I'm not trying to hit him. I'm just trying to, like.
So what happened there is you swung. It's not intimidating at all. You can re-roll, though. All you need to beat is a 5.
Okay. Yeah, sure. I'll re-roll it. Why
Okay.
not?
Yeah.
So spend a Benny.
Yeah, I'll do that after.
Look at that.
There we go.
Yeah. So what effect do you
Obliterate
want from him?
the
It freaks the shit out of him.
Yeah, I want him sitting back in his chair, and then I'm going to lean in close, and I'm going to say, the only question that Raph has is, who is calling for help in the forest?
His eyes snap at you. You heard it. I don't
Yes,
know.
I've heard the voice.
What voice?
There
I
may
have heard it
be
as well.
one
Me too.
with a will as mighty as Harkash's. They may linger, though they are enslaved. Give us a notice check, Raph.
Notice. Oh my goodness. Doesn't help to be fatigued.
Nope. You want to spend a Benny reroll?
Oh, sure. I love
Yeah.
Denny's.
Yeah.
Pennies love you.
Awesome.
Yes.
There you go.
So he's bullshitting a little bit there. He has no. You get the sense that he has no fucking idea what is going on. Although it's curious that he heard it.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, Brand mentions I have heard as well.
Well, I just thinking about this guy's position and whatnot too. Like put yourself in his position, right? You're in a tribe that dominates through power and whatnot, right? In a region like this is a place that also has like horrific alien dragons in it and tribes of hill giants, and he's one of the most dominant forces that is there. To have suddenly lost everything so much, and then to hear that there is someone who seems free in there, he may just be like putting the possibility of rescue out of his mind, as being like, fuck it, it's done. As you say, Velka, he said otherwise. He may be a coward, or at the very least, may be terrified of this prospect.
Right.
It's worth saying as well, too, Zenobia, like every single one of those tribes I mentioned, those are 4 of the most notorious either mutant or hobgoblin tribes. If every single one of those has been dominated, like we're talking an army of maybe like between 8 and 12,000. Torch has a population of 4.
Oh, shit.
Of 4 people? Oh,
4,000.
1,000.
Hey, we're over capacity. Get the fuck out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Does anything about this tree or these psychic abilities ring a bell for Bran?
What do you mean?
Like, would he know of, like, from, like, have a, like the, would he have some knowledge of it? Like, is that
Give
like
us,
an occult thing that he, like,
give us an
I
occult
can
roll.
sort of put, like, because we're, now we know that it's...
Give us an occult roll.
Okay.
Thanks. You want to spend a Benny?
Oh, stupid.
Remember, you're only down 1 fatigue for now.
Are you yelling at Brand?
Which was enough to get me down.
To get them both failures, yeah.
The dice are just doing that on purpose.
Do you want to spend a Benny?
No, I'll leave this one go.
Okay.
I'm too tired.
Okay.
It's been a long
So,
night.
you can't think of, maybe if you considered a little more closely. Anyone else have anything to ask?
Yeah, well,
of
Raph's
Harkesh?
still got him pinned to the chair with his staff between his legs. He'll say, I'm sorry that cowardice has gripped your heart and that you flee from your people. You better hope, though, that Torch doesn't fall, or you will die here as well in its prison.
Okay, this clearly is enough for him, and he is going to lash out with his psychic power.
Nice.
So, I don't know whether you guys would have any warning of this. And you've taken no steps to otherwise secure him right now.
No.
So I think this is just I'm gonna make a psionics roll here because you're right. He is a psychic mutant. I also may have watched many of the '60s. What do you call it? Planet of the Apes films in preparation for this.
Oh man.
So when you guys all pray to a bomb at one point in the weekend, just understand where that comes from. All right, awesome. So I got a raise on this. Raph. Okay, what is your toughness currently?
My
yes.
toughness?
Yeah.
5-0.
Yeah. So you are shaken, and you're currently taking 2 wounds from this. Do you want to spend a point in vigor? He jumps up, and there's like waves. You guys can see distortions, like whoa, 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 that go around from his third eye that hammer into Raph's brain, sending him reeling back. And while he does that, Harkesh just screams out something unintelligible. Did you want to spend a Benny to soak, Raph?
Sure.
Go ahead, roll in vigor or soak.
Soak.
Go.
Oh, nice.
Nice. With a raise, you're knocked back, but you maybe had some warning that this was coming, so you managed to, I don't know what, invoke maybe a mantra in your head that hit so that this force of his that brain blast just washed over you.
I do have some psionic powers of my own. So.
Okay. So you guys can see this happen. Like it's a visible thing when he hits him. What do you guys do?
I think I gotta try to KO him.
Okay, go ahead and just give us an athletics check.
Alrighty.
I'll draw troll blood and
Oh.
troll's bane.
Unfortunately,
no.
Can't Benny that away.
Yeah, Raph
no.
is.
Right.
Go ahead and oh shit. Raph, give us an athletics check, will you?
Oh no.
And Zenobia was like right there.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I have my hands on him. Yeah.
I think it's just a matter of like Raph is stepping in at the exact same time as you're like, get him, and
Yep.
No, I didn't say I was doing anything.
no.
so
That's-
Raph and Zenobia go tumbling to the ground, and yeah, yes, that's sad.
Oh.
Anyone else?
Sorry.
Yeah, Bran would like to cast a spell.
Go ahead. What are you gonna cast?
So I'm gonna cast Confusion, but I'm gonna pump it up with Selective. So it's a medium template. For 0, I can make it small, and then I'll use Selected, so it only affects him.
Okay.
For an extra power point, and 2 more to also add Fatigue.
Okay. Go ahead.
Big spender.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Where's my spell casting here?
A big spender.
Oh, for fuck's sake!
What?
Speaking of fatigue,
I know. Okay,
you're back up
I'm
to
gonna
2
spend that-
points, and within the hour, you will pass out when Velka's relief stops affecting you.
Okay.
You could spend a Benny to re-roll that, Brent, if you want.
Yeah. That was my, big spell. I'm gonna try that again. See if I
Okay.
can do something. Okay, let's try that again.
Oh my god.
Yay!
Oh, there you
goes
go.
off. All right. So,
Nice.
Don't
let's
forget
see
to
here.
track your bennies, guys.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I'm at 1.
Okay, so I got some bad news for you, Brent. This doesn't cause damage, and I don't think it's resisted by him either. Let's see if confusion. I don't think you can add fatigue to it. Let's just double check here.
Alright,
Yeah, they don't resist it, so you can't add fatigue to it. So just give yourself 2 power points back.
Okay.
Okay, so, however, is he distracted or is he confused?
Or vulnerable. He's distracted.
Or vulnerable, thanks. Yeah, if you just adjust the power points on your token there, Brent, it'll adjust to your page. All right, so you hit, and what does it look like, Brent? What does your confusion spell look like?
A bunch of sort of like electrical sparks and patterns flare up in front of his eyes, so he's kind of like blinded or
Sure.
sort of mesmerized and
Okay, so
seeing.
he's and I'm sorry, did you say distracted or vulnerable?
He is distracted.
Okay. Then who would like to go next, if anyone?
Mari's just aiming her pistol.
Yeah, Velka will. She'll just kick to her feet and she's going to taunt him, saying, "We've got you surrounded, and look at that big gun. You got no chance."
Okay. Go ahead and give us a taunt check.
I can use my performance because I'm a bard.
Yep. You got to beat my 6.
Oh, sorry.
You got to beat my 6.
Okay.
Whoa.
Okay.
Nice.
So
That's
he
a
is
big
shaken.
gun.
All right. So he is shaken by this little ditty. Krusk, what do you want to do? And Ambrosius, what do you want to do?
I had drawn Troll's Bane and Troll's Blood. And I had planned to lend an assist to like either Zenobia or Velka, but that doesn't seem necessary anymore. So maybe I'll just stand with the 2 swords menacingly.
Okay. So he is currently shaken. So another test, like mechanically, won't do anything with him.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. That's like in terms of what I had planned to do mechanically. There's no.
We're seeing like the sort of mess that Zenobia made of trying to secure him. You could just try and grab him if you want.
Yeah, I suppose. I mean, I have to put the swords back away again.
Or you could just drop them. There's tables.
Oh, true. We're just in a workshop room here, so that's not gonna. Would this be strength or athletics?
Athletics.
Good, because that's higher.
Okay.
Slightly.
Oh shit. Oh, actually, I'm shaking. Oh no, I can still do this. I can still resist. Roll this.
Okay. No, there's no modifiers.
Nope. You got to beat my 3.
Okay.
Oh, come on.
Oh,
Yes.
barely.
Okay, so you got a hold of him. Ambrosius, you're last. What are you doing?
I think Ambrosius. I'm just considering this all simultaneously. So Ambrosius is startled with, Raph kind of, rearing back with his hands on his head, and Zenobia tripping over him, or it's all just going south.
Yep.
So he just comes up with his holy symbol, and he's spraying slumber mist, just kind of in the general vicinity.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay.
Okay, success. So he has to make a spirit check. Because he is a powerful psychic, his spirit is pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
And I did resist it.
Okay.
Okay, so he shakes it off, but he's still shaken. Basically, I'm going to let you guys take him into custody now. Because when Krusk is out there, as humiliating as it was for Zenobia and Raph to sort of hit the fall. Sorry, Jeff, I'm not giving you an action because Zenobia manhandled you.
Yeah.
Woman-handled you, I guess. But you guys scrambled to the feet, but between the 3 of you, you're able to, you and Krusk, you're able to get him under control. What do you guys wish to do with him?
I'm assuming that Zenobia has some kind of contacts in terms of her bounty hunting, where she turns people over to the authorities.
Oh yeah, there's actually, here we go. In town, there is the town watch.
So that seems like the most secure location to hold them, since we're probably not hanging around here.
Absolutely.
I turn to everybody and check in and see if everybody agrees.
What do you think, guys?
Oh yes, that sounds quite logical.
Captain Aron Lou Langer. She is the captain of the watch in here.
I know the captain personally. I've turned over many bounties to her. We can bring this one to her.
Okay. So with him turned over to the others, everyone gets a Benny.
Nice.
Congratulations. Then, guys, we take our mid-session break, which has come already.
Wow.
Too
Oh, wow.
fast.
Quick.
And then we will
Jeez.
come back, and you guys can talk about these developments and what you plan to do. So
Hey.
we'll check in with chat as well too. Everyone will be back momentarily.
Hey.
And what, Brent?
Oh, I was just gonna say, you know how I mentioned before that I realized there's changes. One of them is apparently Confusion no longer requires a save in this edition versus the the core.
Yep.
I'll have to forget what I know.
Or maybe just read it.
Yeah.
Read the spell. All right.
Well, I had read it. Just
Hold on,
it was,
we're taking
I
our break,
know it
Brent. We'll
from
talk
the
when we get
core,
back. Okay.
But
Okay. Anna Banana wishes everyone a happy Musers Marathon as well. Good girl. What a good girl. All right, check out my chat here, too. Hello, everybody. Let's see here. Jeffrey. Mo, hey, what's going on? Jeffrey. Clear and present danger. You're darn tootin' it is, too. Brandon, what's going on? Welcome to the weekend. Brian, what's going on? Yeah, it's it's hot here, too. Jeez, it's been a scorcher. Alrighty. Crumb, what's going on? Quite the interesting gathering. I would definitely agree with that. And Flame Lord, what's going on? Flame Loud, sorry. Wow, a lot of players today. Yeah, it's pretty great. And George! Hello, hello. That is awesome. Okay. So then, guys, because we're back from our... Well, I'll wait till everyone gets back, but everyone's going to get another Benny because we took our mid-session break.
Solid.
So,
Cal,
yeah.
after the sesh, can we have a quick chat about the Burning Crusade? Because I want to know what your favorite outland area is to start in.
Oh, yeah. Well, you kind of have to, in Burning Crusade, you have to kind of start in Hellfire Peninsula. You don't get a really choice of where to adventure until after Zangarmarsh. Then it kind of opens up and you can go elsewhere. I absolutely love Zangarmarsh. It is one of the most relaxing and and soothing areas. It's all these like beautiful lush blues, and there's big mushrooms in it, and like fun things. That's gonna prime you because Hellfire Peninsula is one of the worst fucking zones in Burning Crusade. Because the aggro range of everything is insane, and you're woefully undergeared when you first get there. And, like, you will get so sick of hearing a squeal and a hellbore coming running over and just stunning you or interrupting your spell. Like, ugh.
So I just need to figure out which quests start me off to get into there.
Yeah. Well, I think you like. Oh, are you playing classic or did you?
No, I'm playing normal.
You still can go there. Yeah. Like, if you do the time walking, you should not time walking. The I can't remember what it's called, where you like switch your character over and you choose to level through a different expansion.
Okay.
That'll take you right there. That's actually not that's not the same experience. It's very, very close, but it's not quite the same as like playing through Burning Crusade, so it won't be as punishing. But the folks who are getting into Classic and with Burning Crusade now, I both envy them and pity them because like there are some zones in there that just There is a great quest where you're basically disarming a nuclear bomb that the Blood Elves are trying to set up. Yeah, it's pretty crazy. All right, so guys, everyone has everyone gets a new Benny as well too who missed that, and I'll adjust Brand for that. Okay, then. What do you guys make of this? I'm assuming you guys are not returning to talk about what's happening here. You're not returning to the main room of the Founder Tavern. You're choosing to have some conversation in private. What do you guys make of this?
Yeah. So mind controlling tree things. That's new.
Anybody who has any points in occult, you can feel free to make a roll.
I do not, but I say that I was having some strange experiences of late. It's like buzzing in my ears when I tap into my power. But I know nothing about any of this.
So, what Raph, especially with that raise, you've been harboring a suspicion and a hope that this isn't what you think this thing is. Because there's tales of a creature that, in the hobgoblin tongue, they call them the Yangethe. And the Yangethe are another creature that came from the stars. But not only are they dangerous psychic beings, they're also energy vampires. They drain the power and the life force from other creatures. They also have with a roll that good, you can warn yourself they can afflict the mind with terror, they can move things with their mind, and they can travel without passing through the intervening areas, and sometimes over vast differences. The stories you've heard is that lands will find one tree, a strange, bizarre tree arrives where no one's seen one before, and then it's the precursor to an invasion of these things. However, this thing of them being like infecting or possessing, you've never heard of a Yengefe doing that. That's completely unprecedented. They're also viciously self-interested. They do not serve masters. These are phenomenally powerful things. You're also not aware of a link per se between them. So they're not like you've never heard of them acting as a hive. They usually operate in stands of 2 or 3. To have, if what he says is true, so many of them together, that's weird. That's unlike anything that you've heard about the Yengethes. So it's taking an already awful situation and making it worse. The Yengethe also are not about sieging things, right? Like this, to try and invade that way. The aspect of the gallows appearance, both what you saw in your vision and what you're hearing about, that is not a typical Yengethe thing either. You've never heard of that. It's probably why Harkesh had no idea what the hell he was looking at.
Right. So Raph would relay this to the players, or to the other characters.
To the players, I love it. Raph breaks and forth. It makes sense. Yeah. If any of these characters are going to do it, it'll be Raph.
Yeah. And Jeff, the player, thinks we need to summon a doctor in a blue box to help us with this.
I can't tell you how happy it makes me that you think of that, Jeff.
Totally.
I may have been writing for the crowd, for the audience as well too. So, I'm sorry, and not to undercut, but Zenobia, you've been like tuning in on a frequency that, and any of you who succeeded in the smarts test to the point where you heard that help thing, Zenobia describes exactly what you heard.
Yeah, I've been hearing that for a few weeks. I've been hearing a strange sound and feeling a strange sensation, and only recently did I actually hear it coalesce into some kind of voice, and it sounded exactly like one I had in my dream last night, and it sounds like we all had a strange dream.
So
indeed,
Raph, I think that what you do as well, there's one other tidbit of information that may be of help. Raph picks up a little beaker and a tray, a metallic kind of tray. And he pours the beaker, and out of the beaker what comes is quicksilver. Is something that, and what he says, and of course it all pools together. What he shows is, grabs one of the implements, and you point that, like this, if what Harkesh has described, you've never heard of this from Yengethe before, but there are other bizarre things that you have heard of or learned of or seen in the course of your time in Numeria and elsewhere in Galarian. If it is a hive organism, if it is something that is all linked together, then, and he puts the pen down and he draws out a line, and some of the quicksilver all comes out. He says there is one way to prevent its expansion. He grabs another one, and he draws a line across the quicksilver, and then the two bits kind of form two separate pools. You sever the link.
So we cut it down?
We need to sever the psychic link.
Do you know how to do that?
We can always try. And I think Raph now looks around at everyone, and he, especially at the two androids, and he says, "My visions of the future were correct. It was our destiny to be here. We have come here together, I believe, to stop this threat. It is our destiny. And he looks right at Mare as he says that.
Interesting that you say that. I was just wondering something similar.
Well, certainly Bry wills it.
I don't know about destinies, but
It's nothing that a good blaster couldn't handle.
no, sorry, I'm.
I have that too.
You need a drink, Crust.
I have that,
Grab an ale. Grab an ale, man.
I have that covered too.
Nice. I wonder how much time we have.
Well, if we all dreamt this last night, time is upon us.
I saw the tree on my journey yesterday.
We should head west.
And Raph, do you know who that might have been calling for help?
I still do not know. Maybe a powerful ally. If we can rescue them, maybe their aid. If we aid them, they can aid us.
I did see something hanging in the tree, but I couldn't make it out. Maybe it's its latest victim?
It may be closer than we anticipate. Not only did I hear the cry in my dream, but when I tried to make contact with my friend and I pat my familiar, all I heard was a really loud scream for help.
Yeah, I did as well.
And that was but moments ago.
So the link that Bran has with his droid familiar, it would be similar to the source of your unnatural powers, Zenobia, beyond just your, incredible prowess as a warrior. You could maybe make a spellcasting check to try and activate your powers, as it were, and try and link in to see what the frequency was that what do you call your familiar, Brent?
Because it speaks in basic, I think he calls it whistle. He wouldn't know necessarily those, but it keeps making those R2D2 noises. So I'm you will be whistle.
Okay, so
that's awesome.
Because that's what you do.
So I'll kneel down in front of it and I'm from the wilds. Animals are something that I have a familiarity with. So I try to make sure that I don't startle it.
If you're picturing a tiny little slightly 50 sci-fi-esque take on it of a probe droid, that's
Baby probe droid.
That's
is
awesome.
What it would be.
That's awesome. So to me, it's an animal.
Yeah.
And so I will connect to it. I have my magic is nanite based as well.
Yeah.
So I kind of have blended these two ideas in my mind to understand it for myself, because I had no previous knowledge of any of this stuff being where I'm from.
Okay.
So I will then kind of try to close my eyes and try to reach out and make a connection through the weave of magic in the air.
So
That's right.
motes of nanites that are drifting up between the two.
That's why they kicked you out.
So what you can feel much louder and much clearer, Zenobia. You can now, if you got a raise on it, you may actually get even more information if you wanted to spend a penny.
Oh yes, I do. Here we go. Reroll.
Oh, there you go.
Holy shit. How's that? Is that good enough?
Yeah.
Everything.
Oh man, did I see you drop both a dice and a mic there? Holy shit.
Yeah.
Exactly. And a Benny.
Yeah.
Boom.
Nice. So what you're picking up a couple things. For one, there is you can hear the screams of help, and you can't see it, but you can feel there is something trapped. And then there is a sensation like fire playing across your skin. And what you can see is something else is in here. And it is a perfect circle. This is unintentionally calling back to another campaign. perfect circle.
Oh no!
With a burning, perfect circle inside. And you can hear above it, it feels like, you know what like a crab's legs would be like? Surrounding this thing, as if it was wreathed in bizarre, chitinous legs or flames. And you retreat for fear of having that baleful attention or eye focused on you.
Yeah, and I think when I move backward, I hit my arm where I think it's that I was holding out, where I think it has gone aflame, and I'm like, oh. And
Brent Whistle does that wow around the thing before finally coming and resting back with you. Like, Whistle did not like that.
And I will impart what I. Well, you're right, and I will quickly impart to the rest of my companions everything that you just heard. And we must. It's calling out to me. This is something I must do, whether it takes my life or not. I will free whoever this is that's been trapped.
Okay.
I will follow you, Raph, if you seem to have knowledge of what is transpiring here. I know nothing of this psychic world.
Andrew,
you don't need knowledge, friend. Destiny shall carry us.
Very good.
I thought I might share with the group as well that I don't know if it's related or not, but who knows at this point. But here we are talking about wondering how much time we have, and if it helps. I've also heard other things in my time here. There recently been talk of the black horses. They've been encountering more. The trolls coming out of Scrapwall have been more organized.
Two separate things, actually.
Or those are again two separate
trolls,
things. Okay,
yeah, trolls are one threat. The threat from
Okay.
Scrapwall. Scrapwall is a community to the north.
Okay,
East.
So gangs of just like normal people coming out of Scrapwall.
Forgive me, Andrew. I didn't answer your question before. The Black Horses are one of the Kelid tribes that dominates the region. The Black Horses are to the east of Torch.
Okay. All right. So yeah. So I'll tell them. So basically, I've heard that the Black Horses are encountering both more attacks from trolls, but more organized attacks from trolls, which is the odd part of that, and increased gang activity, like gangs raiding out of Scrapwall more frequently than they normally would. I mention it only because this is also eastward, and so.
Well, the Feldales are to the west. Let's take a quick trip on over to the map here. Sorry, guys, I should have. There's a map in the handout as well too.
There's two.
Here we go. Two things. This is a very simplified one.
Well, that's me. I'm misread the email.
That's okay. This is
because I should have actually said the other one, but that's okay.
So there's the map, guys. If you click on it, it'll fill up the screen. Torch is right to that where that black hill is, that dome. You can see Scrapwalls to the northeast. The Black Horses terrain is to the east of town as well. Where Stallion is to the west of Torch, towards where the Feldales are. See where it says the Scar of the Spider?
Mm-hmm.
That is the Feldales.
Okay. So then it probably makes more sense. Never mind the Scrapwall. I would have instead shared. Because again, I don't know if they're related, but in the interest of trying to, in case this blight has spread, apparently supply runs coming out of Castle Urion of late they've been escorting them with griffins lately.
And Castle Urion is to the southwest of Torch.
Right. Yeah. So not west, but in terms of just thinking, if this blight is spreading further and we don't exactly know, the implications of how far, any change in weird activity coming from the west in any direction is going to be something I'll clue into and be like, well, wait a minute. So I don't know if this suggests that they want to increase the security on their supply runs. Maybe maybe they've been hearing rumors about something going on too, and they were trying to increase their guard. Certainly, employing griffins for security seems like a bit much.
So, what do you guys wish to do?
I feel like going down and chopping up a tree.
I mean, why chop it when you got fire?
I think we should at least look at it first.
Raph can tell you that although they look like it and they pose as them, Yangethe are not trees.
Yeah.
They're horrific, like tentacle, psychic terrors.
Can my axe still hurt them?
Your axe, Raph can tell you the axe absolutely could hit them and hurt them.
Okay.
I've yet to meet anything that likes fire.
Yeah.
Well, perhaps is the first thing we should do go to this tree that you saw, Velka?
Well, if Turkesh was right and it walks, it may not be there anymore.
But we could at least potentially track it. It seems like our only, unless we're going to the hobgoblin tribes themselves to investigate.
Isn't the tree the danger here now?
That's what it seems.
Yeah, I would think we should save Torch before we save the hobgoblin tribes.
Oh yes, I'm just wondering where we should start our investigation.
Indeed.
Well, it was only an hour. What was it? 2-3 hours from here. We could get there pretty quickly.
The tree you saw?
To the west.
Yes.
That's the right direction.
Is it worth asking around to see if anyone's spotted some suspicious trees near Torch?
Well, first of all, Krusk, have you heard anything from being on duty these past few days?
Nothing about trees.
Okay.
Like, Velka saw it yesterday afternoon.
And there in the plains here, there are no trees anywhere.
Yeah, the very presence of trees is itself kind of odd.
I mean, we could ask the Watch if they've had any reports of bizarre, unexplained trees appearing.
With what Harkesh and what Raph told you about them, do you think that if they were here, that you wouldn't know?
They seem to work pretty quickly, so...
Well, you can tell us, like, even around... You've heard no one say, like, a weird tree showed up.
Okay.
At least not in town.
Wait, maybe we're already in the simulation.
Exactly.
What is this simulation you speak of?
What did you tell the captain when you were turning him over? Is it just, here's a prisoner for you?
Zenobia's sort of MO is to tell her everything because she needs to have a good relationship with her. However, my companions may have stopped me from doing that, so I'll leave it up to them.
Velka's got loose lips.
No.
That's right.
So here's the thing: if Velka went with him, or with her, forgive me. Here's an added thing: if you guys are planning on dealing with the trees, they're going to send 14 members of the militia with you.
Oh, wow.
So you will each have 2 members of the militia.
They're not wearing red shirts, are they?
They do not have little symbols next to their faces or names. So remember that orc? I can't remember who was in the session, but the orc who died from falling down the stairs.
Oh yeah.
Treat your extras gently because they are very fragile. So what I mean is each of you guys will have 2 members of the militia, if that's what you want to do, is face this thing. From describing what, when Raph describes what they're dealing with, they're treating this as if it was a Feldrake, like a Feldrake that came out of the Dales. This is, or an Annihilator robot that came wandering out of the Dales. This is something that could threaten potentially the entire town. They need to have a committee, or like a town committee meeting to figure out what else is going on. But if you guys are intent on going out and you've let them know, they will supply you with 14 militia members, and each of you will get a potion of rejuvenation, which is basically a healing potion.
I will also make sure to tell her that there seems to be an army of hobgoblins being raised. That could be a major threat.
That is a problem that we need to deal with and discuss in town. If the numbers are as you say, if the entirety of the mutant and tribes and the raiders of the Feldales are coming, we die. We die without allies. So we need to put some thought into this. But if this, and I guess what they're asking you is, do you understand this tree thing? Is this an outrider for their forces, or?
It's hard to say. It seems to me it'd be more like a spy, if anything.
Then if it can buy us time, even to simply deny them knowledge.
Yes.
If you talk to them, you found you guys are not the only ones who've been dreaming of this.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone has
That's
seemed to be
interesting.
very reluctant to talk about it.
Mm-hmm.
But once you sort of open up, you find like that probably a third of the town have made it, and there's been members of the militia who have effectively called in sick, similar to what Bran experienced.
Well, this
Wow.
is definitely fate. We get to figure out how to kill it.
Each of you get a healing potion.
Okay.
Yep. Okay.
Put it on your sheet.
Same as potion of minor healing.
Exactly. It'll restore one.
Okay.
What do you call it? One wound. And guys, this
I should
is
probably use those. I've got 3 apparently.
Rusk is holding out on us.
Yeah.
Krusk is just bad at paying attention to what's in his sack.
Not all of them will have these like gas masks and stuff, but to give you a sense of what the equipment the guards will be traveling with, guys, I snagged this from Degenesis. So I think it's pretty awesome.
Oh yeah, yeah.
It's like
totally.
somebody would come at a scrap wall.
Even here, there's some like the Kellids will eschew that stuff, but scrap wall's got a shit ton of scrap in it. The Numeria, or rather Torch, has a bunch of leftover scrap, right, or leftover stuff that isn't forged. So rather than outfitting them with valuable sky metal that's been forged in the Torch, they just use leftovers and stuff to supply the militia.
I can see Velka using an axe just like that.
I like your axe. Give me your axe. All right. So, no, definitely not, Mare. Unfortunately, this is just. Well, I mean, I'll leave it to you guys. Do you guys wish to go today, or?
Oh hell no!
Uh,
I can barely walk.
Can
how
we?
much rest would he need?
It does seem time is of the essence, though.
Yes. Is
But
there any way?
isn't it like the evening already? We want to stumble out in the dark?
I can see in the
You're
dark.
not scared of the dark, are you?
No, but it does hamper our vision. I think we should go when we're rested in the morning.
Guys, by show of hands, who has dark vision?
Low light vision, same death, right?
Yeah, same thing. Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah.
What time? What time is it, Kevin? At this point?
It was late afternoon when you guys were doing this. There's still, you may be able to reach this tree just as dusk settles.
Oh, it seems worthwhile.
It's only 3 hours away. It's not like we're traveling across the continent.
Yes,
Do
yes.
not,
And then
do not worry, Bran. I will relieve your fatigue as we get there.
Is anyone
actually,
any other-
oh no, you didn't fail. So Brian's back up to 2 points of 2 levels of fatigue for now.
Okay.
And does anyone have any other ways of potentially healing Bran of his affliction?
I have a similar ability to Velka.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I don't know. What does my healing do?
No, relief is what you need to get rid of fatigue.
Is this, yeah.
Okay.
Is there someone in the village who might be able to help?
It only lasts an hour, and
Oh, okay.
it's a 3 or 4 hour ride to get to the tree. So
He'll feel better tomorrow after a good night's sleep.
Indeed.
What makes you think we'll have good dreams or good
Yeah.
night's sleep?
Brand's had the same dream. This has been the worst one he's had, but like he'll be. Imagine going through just like mechanically. Imagine going through that same process, but carrying a 2-point penalty from fatigue.
Then
Yeah.
it won't matter whether he's sleeping here in town or whether he's on the road if he's got that trouble. So we might as well be on the road.
Agreed, and more of us might suffer the same consequence.
Yes. Yes, I think we should go.
Statistically, we have a higher chance of more people with fatigue than tomorrow if we stay in town.
We can work on that on the ride, Mari.
I rely on luck, not statistics, you weird android. Let's go.
You just call me weird, Velka?
That's what we hear as we're starting to walk away. You just hear that line.
All right. So, guys,
I guess you're going, in what ways am I weird?
is there anything that you wish to do before you guys set out? You don't really have a lot of time here.
Can we acquire mounts of some kind, or is that not a possibility?
Given
I have no money.
Mare?
So.
Mare's got a line on some horses.
I have a line on some horses.
Trouble
and
is, you're not going to have 21 horses. Because you
might as well just...
If you decide to do it on your own, that's completely fine. But...
Well, I mean, it seems like it's not. It's better to take the militia with us than leave it behind.
Yes.
Okay.
Indeed.
So horses, not this time.
Next time.
Okay. Scritch its nose. Any excuse to make animal sounds. I'm such a simple creature. All right.
Does anybody else want to do anything before we leave Torch?
I don't think so. I think I'm ready.
I fill up
Ambrosia
my
seems-
flask of alcohol.
Ambrosia seems you seem eager to move ahead. Is there something?
Well, everything we've heard is that this is a foreshadowing and the trees approach. So it would seem better to get there sooner than later.
I think that's true. This is what Zenobia is thinking. Zenobia believes Ambrosius, but is going to keep an eye on Ambrosius because just seems very more eager to go out and face this thing than I would expect of anybody else, not just Ambrosius.
Suspicious.
Yeah, it's strange, but I trust Ambrosius overall. But I'm just now. So the problem is that when psychic abilities are involved and people are getting, somehow mind controlled, you start getting a little nervous about everybody. So just in case, I'm going to keep my eye on Ambrosius.
Especially if you're a barbarian. Can't be too trustworthy.
That's exactly.
Okay. So then, guys, we will see in the film version of our campaign, we'll see you guys getting your gear ready and heading out into the setting sun as well, too. So it's, we get our J.J. Abrams lens flare moment as you guys are walking off.
Yeah.
We could even slow it down to make it a Michael Bay film. Then something explodes for no reason.
Yeah, and some random woman walks by, get her in the shot.
Just her ass. That's it.
Right.
I wasn't going to say it. There's a reason they're in there. There's a reason those particular people are in there.
If this is a Michael Bay film, everyone is cast directly from 90210. There's a person here who's under an 8 and good looks.
Yeah.
Yeah, even Krusk is hot. He has no business being attractive at all.
So good, we get Krusk's butt as we leave town.
Exactly. A little squidging back and forth. So, guys, we see you guys heading across the Numerian plains, and we see the shadow or the sun gets very, very, very low in the sky, and it's just from that kind of that flaming ball that you guys come across. And this is about an hour and a half earlier than what you expected, Velka. What you can see is that twisted tree sitting on a prominence. There's a little bit of muttering amongst the militia members as you guys see that. Now, let me move us over to a battle mat.
Why would we need to do that?
Why, indeed.
All right, now.
Kev, real quick though.
Yep.
So I realize we're still fatigued, but is our smarts still down as well?
No. Anyone who's lost smarts, you can restore that to normal.
Okay.
Yeah. What it was just that once your smarts was reduced to 0, that's when you got lost and panicked and were thrown out of the dreamscape.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so here, guys, this is where you all are. If I've placed you each next to 2 militia members, you all should have control over your militia members, but to avoid confusion, if you could, as best you can, put a dot on each of them that is closer to what your color is. I know we've got 2 greens, we've got 2 purples. But
mine is pink, thank you.
Pink. All right.
I'll kind of go with a
Why don't
yellowish.
I do green with a number on it,
Okay.
and then you could just be green if you're going green. But that could be a way you and I can distinguish.
Oh, I mean, I can just be purple.
No.
Somebody could go with a blue. Yeah, there's other colors.
Oh yeah,
You know what? I'll just throw in a symbol here.
I went with a symbol if that works.
oh yeah, that's a good idea.
No, let's just go colors, guys, because I don't want to have confusion over what's shaken and what's not. So,
Mhm.
Okay.
So Brent, I know that you're also a yellowish color.
So I'll go like this.
Orange. Is there an orange?
all right. So,
Yep, I
from
can't
where
do it.
you guys are, you can see this sinister-looking tree, and as you've saw in your dreams, I think don't I have a new track for this as well too? I get to go back to.
You could just use red, Sean. There is only 7 colors. So.
There is indeed only.
Yeah.
Okay.
I
So-
can't remove the number now, but that's okay.
We see this tree, and as you saw in your dreams, hanging back and forth, there are bodies.
Ooh.
There are about 5 of them hanging from the many twisted trees going up. If you're picturing like that weird CG or whatever tree from Sleepy Hollow, that's very much what, like, it obviously does not really, it's what someone either who doesn't have the ability to replicate a tree thinks one looks like, or it's very abstract. I don't mean to be critical of sleep like that.
No,
that's
funny.
definitely in the latter, but like, if you were like, look, a tree, you're like, sure.
That's funny.
And that's what the tree is. It's something that is clearly a weird thing. And Raph, you know you've never met a Yangathe, thankfully, before, but like they have a flawless ability to replicate trees. That's one of the things that makes them so deadly, is that they can just be like, wait, did we have 6 or do we have 7 trees? I can't remember. That's normally their modus operandi. This is almost as if it's taunting or it's unable to hide itself any longer. So what is the approach, guys? You can see if you zoom out a bit, you can see where you are in relation to that twisted tree.
What are the town's guards armed with? Are they like melee fighters? Do they have bows?
Spear. All of them have spears, and
Okay.
they have leather armor, and that is that.
Oh, I would have been ripping the whole way. We're attacking a tree. Bring an axe.
There's only so many axes.
Yeah, I draw my bastard sword. Shing!
Okay.
Let us kill this thing! And I start moving.
I'm gonna hit Bran with relief
Now, let me check one thing. See if did I screw up the. Oh, come on.
and hope I get a raise.
Okay. So it is the squares are correct here. What is it you're doing there, Velka?
I'm gonna hit Bran with relief so he doesn't go into the fight
Okay.
fatigued. Now hopefully I get a raise.
Yep.
Then-
Come on.
Oh, so
So close.
Want to spend a Benny and re-roll?
roll. Nice.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Oh, well.
All right,
Good try, though.
Bran, you've only got 1 level of fatigue right now. What does your heartening kind of ditty sound like?
Oh, I was typing in rhyme as we went, so I'd worry not, my dear friend Bran. Weak knees now, but strength near end.
Nice. I think that deserves a Benny.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's worth a Benny.
Okay.
If I'm playing a bard-like character, I'm playing a bard-like character.
Yep. Yeah.
That's
You know what?
good
I
because
can, or maybe some of those. I can detect Arcana to see
Let's have a
if
range.
it really is a tree or. No, that's not how that works.
I mean, you can, but like,
You do that. Goodbye. I'm going.
yeah. Is there more information you need?
I guess.
Don't
I'm
waste it.
pretty sure this is the tree we're after.
Yeah, guys, let's not fucking jump to conclusions here. Maybe there are a couple of
Well, I'm just wondering if it's,
crude
really
approximations of trees that have bodies hanging from them.
but if it's less, but if it's not a tree, what does it look like? And
You know it's not a. You know it's not a tree.
sorry,
The
how did
psychic
I do
creature.
that?
What's the speed of our warriors?
Thank you.
They have a pace of 6.
Okay. I will stay paced.
Everyone
with
can
them.
move themselves up 1 before things go sideways.
Kevin, I
Like
assume
one movement of our
One
pace
movement,
or
so
one
up to-
square.
yeah.
That one, yeah.
Okay.
I assume our horse ride was not peaceful enough for recharging.
Nope. You need to
Okay.
be able to spend an hour to do nothing.
All right.
Okay. Now you guys can feel. I've put them next to you just so that you guys know which. Well, like to set the markers. You guys can feel free to set them up in formation or whatever you want for your allies.
Where's Brad?
I'm
Alright.
moving too fast, and they're not keeping
So
up with me.
hold on. Brent. Or no,
Yeah.
that's Ambrosius. Ambrosius, I only say so one
Oh.
one movement, please. Not.
Oh, I was going for the pace of 6, but that's not accurate.
But you. Was that from your starting point? I thought I saw your.
I went to the right. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So that's as far as you get.
Okay.
And then, guys,
Oh,
you are again in this forest.
Oh hell no.
Dream, dream, dream,
Here's one difference.
dream.
You are all together.
Mm-hmm.
Your allies are not here, but for some reason, all of you are here, and there are little tiny motes of blue light drifting around. Very similar to what you saw when Zenobia interacted with Whistle.
I flinch
Yeah.
away from them.
Okay, you flinch away from them.
I don't
you
trust
successfully
nanites.
flinch.
Can you
I have
maybe get a
flinched.
raise?
He should make a flinch check to see if that's successful.
Yeah.
Hey, what can I say? She's killer. They don't trust nanite stuff.
So, guys, let's add some cards here. Someone go left or right. Raph. Zenobia.
Okay.
Velka. Mare. Krusk. Ambrosius. Bran, are you going to get that? Come on. Joker, 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 Joker. Oh. Hands up, anyone spending a Benny. Nope. Okay.
My bennies are not accurate on this map. I need to fix that.
Oh, yeah, you may need to adjust your bennies to what they are currently.
Oh, yeah.
Because it doesn't. I really, if there's one thing I would like changed about these character sheets is that I couldn't set the tokens to, because the other Savage Roll sheet does let you do that. Let me draw for the Dream.
Oh man.
An 8.
Okay.
So before I make a choice to spend a Benny or not, does anyone wish to spend a Benny? Hands up. Okay.
All right.
Nice. Oh. Go.
All right. I'm in.
Nice. I love this game.
Peer pressure, peer pressure, peer pressure.
Anyone else? Hands up? No? I'll spend one of mine. Should I spend another, guys? What do you think? We're coming down to the last hour.
We don't want to take away your agency, GM. You can.
Oh.
Should have kept your mouth shut.
Hands up, anybody want to spend a Benny?
Yeah.
Nice.
All right, here we go. For Ace of Spades.
Yes! Wow.
Nice. And
Threading the needle on that king.
Zenobia. Did I miss anyone else's hand? No? All right. So, if no one else is spending, then Velka, you were up first.
Knowing that we just got submerged in the dream and that we're likely to be attacked by occult magic, she is going to boost traits of her allies to help resist any kind of mind effects that are going to happen.
So that is an excellent point. What you guys are doing right now is, because of some kind of strange interaction with this psychic attack and Zenobia's abilities, you guys have all been brought in together, and we are doing an extended task. You guys need to reach 10 successes to get yourself out. Every round, something will happen. So we'll go through the order that it's doing here. So what you're doing is, Spirit is absolutely one of the things that you could use to try and get yourself out, and I'm open to you guys suggesting other things, other abilities. So, not extended, it's a dramatic task is what this is.
Yeah, I figured it was like a willpower, so that's why I chose Spirit.
Yeah, absolutely. So, how many do you wish to... because you can spend a point to get an extra target for each point you spend.
Yes. Would I know people's basic will strength based on having known them?
You're going to make a choice of whether you're targeting them or not. We're not comparing characters.
Bran, for sure.
Okay.
Krusk.
Okay.
And Ambrosius and Mary. I'm spending 6 points in total.
Nice. Remember, you can spend a Benny to get 5 power points back.
I'll do that.
Okay.
So
well,
I'll
you need to
lose
spend it
one.
first. You need to spend your
Okay.
points first, and then you can get it back.
Okay.
Okay. So
we hit it, I suppose.
Yep. Just click the power. No modifier. Success. So everyone who Velka targeted, your spirit is increased by 1 temporarily. What does it look like, Velka?
She basically just starts harmonizing and wrapping a little thing on her battle axe and says, "There upon yonder hill, closer than I remember. Hark, my warriors 21, each limb we shall dismember."
All right.
Nice.
Now, what I need... Let's see. Oh, here we go.
Yeah, can you repeat who you targeted? I think I heard my name in there.
Basically everybody on the right.
All right. Now, Raph. This is my turn here. Raph, would you kindly give me a spirit roll, please?
Spirit. Here we go.
So it looks like it increases the die by 1.
Yeah.
Cool.
Okay, 6. I roll 3. Okay, there is a wave of hopelessness that washes over you. Raph, you have successfully resisted it. Zenobia, spirit roll, please.
Alrighty, here we go.
10.
Nice.
3's my best. Velka, same thing. Spirit roll, please. I got a 6. You want to spend a Benny?
Benny. Yeah.
Go ahead. Nice.
Whoa, there
Easy.
you go.
Okay.
I'm out of Benny's, guys.
Mare, spirit roll, please. I got an 8.
Ouch.
You want to spend a Benny?
I have 2. Yeah, I will reroll.
Okay. Come on. All right. You had a lot of exploding dice tonight. Let's... You want to spend another Benny? Nice! He needed to beat you. So, yep, you... Krusk, would you give him a spirit roll, please?
Yeah.
Burning pennies like they're going out of style.
Mm-hmm. Nope, you've succeeded. Ambrosia, same thing. Spirit roll, please. And then, Brent, you'll be up next.
Ooh, you got a high roll.
I got a 13.
Ouch.
Jeez.
You got so many, spend them.
Yeah,
You got a sweet spirit, too.
I do.
Yeah.
Especially since I boosted it.
Yeah. All right. Spending, re-rolling. Oh, and I got Elon. That's
Plus 2. Come on.
there we go.
Nice.
Oh, boom.
Bran, you're the last one. Go ahead.
Okay. See if I do better than some of my rolls here.
Nice. 7.
That's pretty good.
Oh,
I needed to beat you.
Uh,
Those are individual rolls, Bran.
yeah.
oh okay.
Yeah. So, Guys, there's this wave that hits you, and you realize, like, when this hits you, two things. One, you have a better appreciation for Harkesh's will, because to have fought his way past this alone is, like, this is incredible. And this is much more than the individual tree. Now it is your guys' turn. So we go two queens, reverse alphabetical order. The Queen of Diamonds. Crust, what are you doing?
I have been thinking about, you had mentioned like you're open to other suggestions as to ways to.
Yeah.
I'll have to muddle it because I'm thinking the only thing as a rogue and an orc that I have that is like willpower related, I think, would be like maybe my capacity to be very intimidating. But that only works with someone who's like right in front of me and a person, not a entity that can get into my head. So
I buy that. Sure. What does he scream out?
That's the part I'm trying to think about. So I might hold off on that because I can't really think of
just, you know what? First thing comes to mind, make your roll.
I'll just yell out, you know, get your poisonous thoughts out of my mind. My mind will remain its own.
Yep, go ahead and make your roll.
Twisted tree.
You are but a plant thing.
That is one success.
Oh, hey.
1 out of 10, guys. Next up is Mare. What are you doing, Mare?
Mare says it's not a tree, but it thinks it's a tree. So perhaps we can defeat it in a similar way, cutting off the roots. And so she's going to try and burn the roots off of the tree.
Okay, I think that's just a spirit roll, though.
Okay.
Yeah. Unfortunately, there's not really...
It's not like a physical tree in front of us, right?
No, it's your... you can't shoot your way onto this, unfortunately.
Yeah, no. She was just trying to like figure out how would you kill a tree. You'd kill it by the
no,
roots.
that makes perfect sense. I will give you +1 on your spirit. Let's say that. Come on. There you go. That's
there you go.
2 out of 10. Next is Ambrosius. What are you doing, Ambrosius?
Ambrosius is quite spiritual, so he has no problem with this. He is focusing on Bry with intensity.
Okay.
And is rolling a spirit roll.
Faith? Yeah. Oh, spirit or faith?
Good point.
Your
I think
spirit was boosted, so it's pretty sweet right now.
Yeah, go with spirit.
Okay, go ahead. There appears to be a cat in the stream. Oh my god. Yes, so that is 2 more, 4 down, guys.
Yes.
Ambrosius, you're just focusing on, and there's like cracks or imperfections that are appearing in this illusionary dreamscape.
Mm-hmm.
Raph, you're up next.
Okay, Raph's gonna maybe do something that's not gonna make everybody happy, but he's
I'm a tree.
he's finally close to this thing, and he really wants to know who this voice calling for help is. So he is going to, since he feels that this is a psychic bond with this entity, he's going to attempt to read its mind. See if he can learn something about who is calling out for help.
Give us a faith roll. Or you can click on mind, whatever it is, read mind if you like. They'll both roll the same thing. Okay. So you get 1 more success. You guys are halfway there. 5 successes so far. You're not even done your first turn. What you pick up, Raph, the thing I described as Zenobia, of that thing that is trapped and in pain and terrified. You feel it hit you. And it is... I think you have maybe touched damaged minds before, and this one is very damaged. And then you can feel, again, that black circle with a burning red circle, perfect in it, with those moving things around it. And its voice seems to be mixing with the one asking for help. Next up is Zenobia. How you doing, Zenobia?
So I just scream out loud, "By my blood I shall kill you!" And then I take my bastard sword and I slice my hand, and let blood drip onto the ground.
Mm.
The leaves.
Nice. What are you thinking? What skill? Or just skill?
I think it's just spirit. I don't think it's
love it.
really fighting or
Love
anything
it, love
like that.
it.
So
Okay.
here we go. 5.
There you go. Yeah.
There you go. 6. 4 off from getting it. Bran, last one this turn. What are you doing, Bran?
He realizes we are in a dream, and he's not really wanting the tree to control this dream. It's going to get sunny in here. Forget this mist and darkness. It's going to be a nice sunny dream.
Okay.
I think I can try and modify like our setting and make it nicer and less
Okay, so that sounds like
scary and foreboding. So the sun comes up, the mist fades, and the sun comes up.
Well, hold on. Let's just see, Brent.
If I pull it off.
Are you familiar with your dice rolls?
I know.
Let's see how you.
There's a
As long as I
spell
can
that
get a
would do
critical
that?
failure.
This
let's
is
see.
a-
Bran
Bran.
turns into night, and the mist is acid.
Nice. So Brand. It does not transform the way that you've described, but it is getting somewhat lighter in here.
Oh yeah.
It's only one success there. So, but it is another one. You guys are, I believe, up to 7 now.
Yes, that's right.
7 successes. Let's draw some cards. So,
Here's the problem.
one thing, guys. You survived one wave of this. Everybody gets a Benny.
Nice.
Raph, a 6. Zenobia, a 2. Velka, Ace of Diamonds. Mare, Joker. Everybody gets a Benny. And Mare, you get +2 to your rolls. Krusk, a 3. Ambrosius, a 3. Bran, an 8. And
Everyone rolled dirt, basically.
the
except for
Yangefe,
mine.
a 9. Now, hands up. Anyone getting a new card? Okay. Zenobia, Jack of Diamonds, or of Spades. And Krusk, Ace of Clubs.
Oh, nice.
No other hands were showing? I didn't miss anyone?
No, I was.
Oh, sorry.
My
Okay.
hand was half up.
Jack of Diamonds. All right. Now that you guys have brought me closer to that next Joker, I'm going to spend a Benny.
Right.
Oh! So, then, unless anyone else is doing anything, everyone's got their Benny. Mare, you have a choice of when you want to act.
I'm going to hold my card
Okay?
until after Belka, Zenobia, Krusk, and Bran.
Okay. So then, next up will be the Ace of Diamonds. Velka, what are you doing?
So, question: how long does my spell last? Is it still going on?
The initial spell that you... What did you cast before we went in here?
I cast Relief on Bran.
That is going to end.
Okay.
Yeah, so...
But the
shit,
current-
yeah. So, Bran, you're going to be suffering one more... we could ignore that. That would have put you into a failure.
Cool.
So,
Yeah, I was just wondering how long my boost is going to last, because normally I think it's 5 turns.
same thing.
Okay, so
Can't
since...
you spend points to extend the spell, though?
Yeah, once it hits the end of the duration, you spend 1 point per target, and that'll increase it by the same duration again.
So since the boost is going on, she's doesn't need to cast another spell. She just stands. She like physically moves forward in the dream and just plants herself in front of her allies and just throws up her arms with the axe and says, "I will stand at the forefront. Focus." You know, basically try to shield her allies from what's coming.
Love it. What are your spirit again?
Spirit, yeah.
Okay, go ahead. Come on. Ooh, there's another one. 8. Next up is Krusk.
So that kind of worked last time, but I think I might take a cue from Mare, and my some swords are crying for some sort of action. So can I try to cut at the roots with my?
It's a dreamscape. You're the only thing that matters is the imposition of your will. So it'll be your spirit.
And all right, then
Go
yeah,
ahead.
I will do that.
With a raise, you guys will be freed.
Well then, here's hoping. Nope, definitely not.
You want to spend a Benny reroll?
Yes, sure, why not? Because
Yep, can't take it with you.
I've got a lot, and it's already. Nope, even worse.
Okay. You're on a 9 now. Unless Mari, you're waiting until everyone goes, right?
No, I was waiting till after Zenobia and Bran are.
Okay, so after I'm sorry, like everyone who was before the thing. Zenobia, you're up next. Jack of spades.
Yeah, so I pull out my throwing hand axe, and I hurl it at the biggest tree I can see. And I'm still gonna be a spirit roll, but like this is imposing my will to make it feel some pain. Here we go.
Wait, stop, Kev. Wait, before you describe what happens, I just want to tell you what Raph's trying to do. He thinks that maybe this thing that needs help and is psychically damaged might be here and with the tree. He wants to try and stay in this dream place to be psychically connected. He's trying to like fight this on a psychic level to try and separate them.
You would know already, whatever the connection is very far off. The reason that you know this is something bizarre, it feels as if it's across a field or perhaps
I was saying he just thought that because the tree was not formed properly that maybe there was a conflict there.
No.
That's what I'm saying. That's why he thought that.
Yeah. So let's do this. I'm going to carry over the cards that we have here into our map, but you guys free yourselves.
Watch your bennies because you're switching maps.
Yep. So here we go, and we paste these again. This works. All right. So we got Mare still to go with a Joker. Who had the 9 and 6? Was that Crust is gone. Ambrosius, is that you?
I had something small. Let's see.
You had a 3.
Yeah, the 3.
Oh,
I got 3.
9 to 6 is. Oh, that's the what do you call it? That's
I had a 6 or something. I think
I was ahead of it. I can't remember what I had.
No, it's, I got it lined up. I got a sort of guys. So it's okay. It's okay.
Okay.
It's okay. That was mine.
Yeah, those are your cards.
Yeah, those are your shit cards, Madison. Don't try and pass them off on someone else.
Who wants these shit 9 and 6?
Yeah.
I had a Joker.
Bullshit us here.
Yeah.
Come on. All right, so you guys shake yourself free. I have good news and I have bad news. I lied. I only have bad news.
Yeah.
So the bad news is when you shake yourself free, what has wrenched itself up from the ground and is now ready to face you is the Yengefe revealed. Guys, this is what you see. All right, you put old
I don't like it.
Joe Yengefe down here.
It's understandable.
I've given this some serious, considerable thought. I've decided I am not a fan. Fuck all Yengefes. All right.
And that is final.
Yeah,
that's right.
Final. Nope. No, siree. So that is a bit of bad news. The Yengefe is now revealed. The second bit of bad news, as you free yourselves and you look, your allies have thin tendrils, thin roots that wind their way up into the back of their heads. And as you look around, they turn and it breaks free. And it's as Harkesh described. Imagine as if there was some root growing from in their brain and then inching its way out around the eyeballs as if grasping them with little bits of bluish light going down on them. They are no longer your allies. Let's draw a card for them.
No.
5. Okay, so they're acting on a 5. Next up is Bran. You have now freed yourself. What are you doing, Bran? And let me, hold on. Before you tell me, we need to do one more sound transition. You're out of the dreamscape. Time to fight a tree.
All right.
What are you doing?
I don't like how the fact that I've got 2 angry spear guys on either side of me. I'm gonna see if I can confuse them.
Okay. So.
Oh yeah, this one's automatic. So where's confusion? Right here. Is there templates in this or just?
No, just where you'll be able to target 2, but you're in there too, though, right? So you're going to need to. If you're putting the target, if you're calling it down on yourself, you're going to need to spend that extra power points to
make sure I'm not in. Okay.
Well, let's hurry though. We're in our last hour here.
Whoa.
Oh, so they're both.
Holy shit!
They're both. When I roll big, I roll big.
Nice. So really and take the power points off. I will put them down as they are both vulnerable and distracted. So violet for vulnerable. There we go. So what those flashing lights appear around you. You can still move your pace if you like, Brent.
All right. Yeah, I want to get away from these guys.
Oh, they're not shaken though. So if you do move, they will get attacks on you. What do you think?
So I can disengage, right? Is that how it works?
You can withdraw, but they still get attacks on you. You have to spend your whole turn going defensive to get +4 to your parry, and they'll get a free strike on you.
Oh yeah, I guess. All right.
They have -2 to hit you. So what do you think?
Cool.
Run, squishy, fatigued man, run.
I know. Sure, why not?
Okay. So I got 2 attacks on you. They do have -2 to hit. What's your parry, Brent?
My parry is probably something crappy. 5, so they need 7s.
Okay.
Not closer to the tree.
Yeah.
Well, I know there's cover here. I think this is pretty high, right? Sorry, I should have clarified before I ran.
One of them hits you. What's your toughness?
My toughness is 5.
It's 5. Okay. I hit you with a raise. You'll take a wound. You want to spend Benny and soak it?
Yes.
Go ahead. You'll still be able to move. When you're shaken, you can still move. So they'll tag you and you'll be able to finish your movement. Go ahead and click on soak.
Okay, hold on. Just moving my bunnies. And where's my soak button? Soak.
On the right, underneath fatigue, above hindrances.
Ooh. So you took away all of your Benny sprint. You should have still have 3 left, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So you are also shaken, and you take 1 wound. So please mark a wound on you as they stab you with a spear. And their eyes aren't blinking any longer. They're just looking at you with those root-grabbed things. Mare, do you want to go next?
Yeah, Mari wants to go next, and she's going to draw her rapier and the infernal pistol and do a rapid fire.
Okay. What are you shooting?
The guys that are set right beside me.
Okay. Go ahead.
So I get a +2 from my...
You're engaged with them, so you got to hit their parry.
Okay, but I'm also... I had the Joker, so I got a +2 to my attack.
Oh, yes, you do. Yeah, +2 to your attack as well. Each of them. We'll do the same thing we did before. You just roll your attack like with your gun and then roll the second time, and we'll take just the skill dice for the second one. Okay, so their parry, the parry right now is a 4, so that is a hit.
Nice.
And roll your second dice. There you go. Okay, yep, hit as well. Click on roll damage for the first one. Their toughness is an 8.
Joker gives +2 damage, right?
+2 damage from Joker as well, yeah. Holy shit, so you blow one of their heads off with your Inferno pistol. Well, your
Steve! I knew that guy!
And that is, you did not hit with a raise. Oh, you did with a raise, yeah, so that'll be 19 damage, so yeah, likewise. Both of them are dead. Then it is the Yangethe.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Team
So-
murder droids.
The Yangethe is fantastic.
Murder boss.
Just take a moment to appreciate a giant killer tree, alien killer tree. Killer alien tree, I guess, not an alien killer.
That our poor Squishy ran towards.
Yep.
I ran towards the cover. I'm hoping that ridge is big enough to hide behind.
It's 30 feet tall.
It's 5'4".
It's racing towards you. It's two of its... Oh, man. So who are the two closest people? Ambrosius and you. It's... One of its limbs sort of twists towards you, and as it does, there's a bluish, like, thing that forms around it, and then it lashes out, and there's a bolt of electricity that flies out towards you. Bran? Let's see here.
So cool.
It sounds bad.
It hits. Does not get a raise, though. I know you're disappointed. I am too. Uh-oh. Keep seeing that fucking longhorn. Alright, so what was your toughness again?
5.
Alright, so I hit you. You're already shaken, which means that's 1 wound. I can't do more than 4 wounds, so would you like to soak this?
Sure. Let's see if that works.
Oh my god!
Ouch.
Man.
Well, I'm -3 from the...
Yeah.
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 Alright, and also, I mean, it makes narrative sense that you would panic and try and run away from, this stuff. So, this thing hits you. I need a vigor roll from you, Brent, please.
Oh man, poor Bran.
Well, you got that stack of bennies there.
Yeah, I will try to re-roll that.
Okay.
Unexploring die.
Well, at least it wasn't me.
Okay. So, hold on. Do you want to try again? You can keep spending bennies.
Do it.
Okay, 2
All
more.
right. Well, why not?
What else are you going to use them for?
Oh, okay.
Come on, roll
You got
20.
one
more.
left, don't you?
Yes.
Do it.
Give it a try.
Come
That's
on.
what they're there for. Come on, give us an exploding dice here. Come on, roll 20. Don't be a son of
Oh my god!
Shit.
I seriously did not believe you that it. I was like, come on, it can't be that bad.
Well, it's
It's
minus
that bad.
Brent,
3.
you literally are the Will Wheaton of
Minus 3, though. Minus 3 is pretty tough.
Yeah, it's a tough road to hoe. Brent, would you give us
Oh
just
my
a 2d6
God.
roll, please?
Yeah, but he just rolled 10d6 and he didn't hit a 6 once.
Yeah.
like, oh, I'm so sorry.
Brent,
Oh my God.
2d6. 2d6, please.
Okay.
So let's roll one more d6, I guess. All right, there you
Oh,
go.
right.
8. So that is right in the guts. I'll take that first roll. So you are incapacitated right now. You are bleeding out, and you reduce your agility by 1 dice type, and that is permanent.
Okay.
Wow.
So your nervous system is just fried by this thing. The second of these lovely bolts is going to Ambrosius.
Splendid.
I hit you, Ambrosius.
Okay.
Okay. What is your toughness?
8 and 2.
8. Yeah, okay, so 8. There's no armor piercing on this.
Okay.
This is 12. I got a 14.
That's bad.
You said it was 8. So you are shaken and you're taking 1 wound. Do you want to soak that?
Yes, I
Okay.
do. Let's see how this goes.
Unfortunately, you guys are not close enough for me to use my tendrils yet. Ooh, you reduce it by 1 wound, and because all the wounds are gone, you're not shaken either. So
Okay.
this electricity, you sort of like, maybe your nanites flare up, and the electricity plays across you. It hurts, but no lasting effect.
Ah!
All right, then it is Raph's turn. What are you doing, Raph?
Well, I'm gonna try and get rid of some of these goons.
Okay, goon it up.
Unarmed strike.
That is a hit.
Yes.
Nice.
Nice.
What is the incredible, like, I imagine it's just a single stroke and this guy drops.
Yeah, I think it's just like just a roundhouse kick and probably snaps his neck. I think they're
Can
a
I
little
suggest-
more fragile than.
Could it be like a what do you call it? a crane, not a crane kick, but it's when you lean forward and your foot kind of comes up and hits.
Yeah,
like a snap kick.
Yeah. So you hit this thing in the back, and his neck shatters right where the that root was implanted. And he drops down dead. Ambrosius, you're up next.
Ambrosius
you
is...
can move if you want, Raph, but you will take a free strike.
No, I'll wait to finish this guy.
Okay. And I'm sorry, Ambrosius, what are you doing?
Ambrosius is going to cast protection. It's a tough call. She doesn't like being in close combat like this, but yeah, she's going to cast protection.
Okay.
And she will cast it on...
Because of your boosted spirits, you're...
Yeah.
And remember, you can spend an extra Benny to double the range, which would be a lot hit anybody.
That's a lot, though. We got a big party.
Yeah, but you can pop a Benny to get 5 back.
That's true. Let's see.
I also don't have anybody around me anymore, so you might, even just the 3 of you would be.
Bran is like a smoking, charred ruin right now too. He really needs help.
Oh, you think? Okay. I mean, I was thinking that he's probably less of a target since he's.
I mentioned that not for you, for everyone to plan for next round.
Got it. Thank you.
But he's also bleeding, like laying on the ground, dying, isn't he?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah. We're gonna. I'll go protection. This is my range. I'll go this far.
Okay.
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Okay. So that'll cost, I guess, 6 in total.
Yes.
Okay.
It's 6 total.
Go ahead and make your catch your spell.
Okay.
See, come on. Blessings of Bry upon you all.
Or
You want to spend a Benny
Success.
roll?
I'm going to hang tough. Oh,
Okay.
that's good. Succeed.
All right. So then, guys, one thing I completely forgot, and Brent, you will be able to draw on this as well too. And I genuinely forgot this. I was too excited if you guys broke. When you guys broke out of the psychic dreamscape, everybody gets conviction.
Oh, nice.
Conviction can be spent to roll 1d6 and add it to the result of any roll. So, Brent,
Nice.
for your vigor check, do you want to try and get rid of that injury? Try and roll 1d6. I think your best roll was a 2. So you need to roll a 2 on a d6 to get rid of it. Or do you want to sit on that for your next roll?
You know what? I'll roll it.
Go ahead.
See what
Could he
happens.
use it on- could he use it on-
There you go. So you actually
Now I
got
get
a
a good roll.
raise. So, Brent, you are down, but this injury, and your injury is exactly the same. When you are healed, your wound will go away.
Okay.
Okay. So, then the last thing is the infected. So, and everyone gets, plus 2 to their armor, who was affected by that spell.
would that be toughness?
That would be...
Armor.
No, it's armor.
Yeah. So it can be armor pierced
Yeah.
if that comes up.
And I got 3 on Raph. What's your parry, Raph?
8.
8. Yeah, so the 3 of them coming, even with the gang up bonus, are not able to get to you. Velka, what's your parry?
5.
I hit you. What's your armor?
It is 8 with the 2.
Okay, so 2 means it's armor, so if I have armor piercing, I can reduce that by up to 2. You are shaken. That's it.
Can I remove that?
You can spend a Benny to remove it, yeah?
I would like to.
Okay, you are no longer shaken. You're back and shaken again. Oh my god. What is going on? There we go. Krusk. It's a recursive cycle!
Say, Kevin, let me ask you. I think did my shaking go away? Should I have that skull and bones on me? Is that correct?
You should actually. You have to make you have to have spent a Benny to actually act last round. So I'm going to assume that's what you did. So
you
just take
told
a
me
Benny away.
I soaked correctly. I soaked successfully, and you said since I have no wounds, I was not shaken.
Oh, then
That's what you
yes, that's
said.
correct. Then yeah, you should not have that on there.
Okay.
Okay, so Krusk, I got 4 on you. What's your parry?
I believe it is actually pretty good.
Yep. I'm just gonna roll
It's
and see
a
if it
9.
It's a 9. So I have a net +3 to hit you. In spite of the numbers that are on you, you escape injury by all of them. Keep it away. That's
super.
your double. And
I was
then-
here. I was there. I was all over.
Brocious, what is your parry?
My parry
There's
is
no way I
8.
hit you. Absolutely no
eight.
way I hit you. All right,
Okay.
guys. That is the end of that round. Let's draw cards again. I'm going to go the order I got you guys on the top of the screen here. Raph, King of Club. Oh, you know what? Hold on. I need to, I need to shuffle. Recall. And shuffle. Because we got a Joker last turn. All right, so sorry about that. Jeffrey, Raph gets a 9. Zenobia gets a 3. Oof. Don't try and celebrate too hard there. Velka gets a Queen of Clubs.
Nice.
Mare, an 8 of Clubs. Krusk, King of Clubs.
Oh, strong.
Raph's like, yeah, it belongs to me. 1 for Ambrosius. 4 the Yangethe. Oh, actually, Bran gets 1 as well. 9 for the Yangethe.
Brutal.
Wow.
I think, Kev, you may want to consider the value of a Benny here.
Roll
the
to
one
Gaslight.
Oh, man.
All right, so I got another Benny. Thank you very much for that. Then it is the minions' turn. And the minions will act on a 9. Hands up, anybody getting a new card.
What's mine? Sorry, an 8?
Mare's got an 8. Zenobia, you got a 5. You want to spend another Benny? Mare? 2.
Nah, I guess I won't.
I'll go for 1.
You'll go for
Are
1?
we in the
Okay.
plains?
Yeah.
Are we in the plains, Kev?
4.
Are we in the plains? Am I supposed to be getting?
You are in the plains, absolutely. Oh, yeah, you should have got 2, so I'll give you 1 more here. 10.
How far is the range of small?
How far is the range of what?
Small?
What do you mean?
That's smarts. Probably
Oh,
smarts.
smarts. Okay,
Yeah.
sorry.
Yeah.
Okay, is that it for everybody? Anyone else? No hands up? No hands up? Okay, then, first up is the Yangethe. It is going to try and grab Bran. Because it can do that. 1, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right. Then it casts 2 more of those bolts, 1 at Ambrosius and 1 at Velka, I think, because you're not... Oh, actually, Zenobia, you're the one who's probably off on your own. All right, so Ambrosius, you got 1 coming in, and you actually miss, but I'll spend that
There
newfound
we
Benny. Oh,
go.
no. Don't you worry, I'll spend that Benny. Someone told me to spend a Benny, I think. Andrew, thank you for that suggestion.
No one said to spend that money, Kevin. No one said
I
that.
believe that was a contextual suggestion.
Okay, so then Ambrosius... Oh, and I get +2 to this as well, too, so that was a raise. Shoot. Ambrosius, what is your... what's your armor? An 8?
10 and 4.
10 now, all right, because your magic armor. Right, so I got no armor piercing on this. I actually only shake you. So it hits you
All right.
again, but your protection flares up. The electricity plays all across it. And then against Zenobia. There we go. Killed a tree. Oh, I got to spend another Benny to reroll because I failed. That'll do. Look at that exploding dice.
Yeah.
17. So just barely hit. What's
Yeah.
your toughness there, Zenobia?
Is also now 10 and 4.
10 and 4, amazing. So I got it's 15 and then an acing dice. I got an 18 on you. So 18 means hit with 2 wounds. You want to soak? Spend a Benny and soak that?
Yes, I do.
Please do. Go ahead and click on
Here we
soak.
go. Yeah.
Oh, so close.
Ah, man.
You want to spend a Benny reroll?
You can. You can. I didn't know you could do a Benny on a soak
Oh, yeah.
roll. Okay, cool. Yes, I do.
Go ahead.
Did it click? No, I'm gonna do it again. There we go.
What does it look like
Yeah.
as Zenobia is invigorated by this bolt?
I think the bolt comes at her, and she actually swings her blade and knocks it out of the way as it was about to
Nice.
hit her right in the face.
That is so Thundercats. I love it.
Exactly.
All right. And Bran, one of these limbs reaches out and wraps around your body. Does not pull you towards it yet. All right. Then it is Krusk's turn. What are you doing, Krusk?
Oh, like there's even any doubt about what I'm doing. Troll's Blood and Troll's Bane are out, and I'm just gonna like try to spin around and do what I can here.
Pirouette.
Yeah,
Head back.
why not? I guess I do actually need to target 2 of them, so I'll take this guy
Yep.
first.
Okay, go ahead.
Troll's Bane. Let's go. And once again,
Yep. That is a hit with a raise. Go ahead and roll damage. They do have their shields up now, so they're a little.
Okay.
They're a 6 is what you need, but that's a raise. Go ahead and click on damage.
with a raise, I don't get my. Is that when I get my sneak attack?
No, you get your sneak attack.
I
when
get
they
my.
are
It does the
vulnerable
bonus
or
damage. Right.
when you have the drop.
Right. Well, I
Okay.
mean, look at this.
But you
This
get to
is
add the bonus
ridiculous.
damage in. That's 15. So one of them is down.
Okay. Then
Your
the
second
next
attack?
guy gets to the right of me.
Okay, go ahead.
The
Oh, they're
other
vulnerable
scimitar.
too. You get a +2 to hit them. That's what the violet is.
Oh.
Yep. Thanks to.
Well, there we go.
Actually, that might
No,
be
the
gone by
violet
now.
was my color. The violet was my color initially.
No. I
they-
think these are Brent's
Yeah.
ones that he distracted.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
I killed the violet ones that were mine.
Yeah.
All right. So I'm assuming a 10 then would hit.
A 10. Well, actually, they're not because that would have been done. I did have a turn with them already.
Okay, so they're not
so sorry.
stuns.
Yeah. So an 8.
Eight is-
It's a hit, not a raise. Go ahead and roll damage.
Okay. Not as good.
You want to spend a Benny re-roll?
Yeah, I don't have that many. We don't have much time anyway.
You also have conviction. Oh, you can't spend conviction on damage, but
Oh shoot! I should have been. Is that only this turn?
well, conviction is something you spend. It's just like a Benny, but it's like a different kind of resource.
Okay, it's almost like a bardic inspiration. Then it seems.
Kind of, yeah.
Can you use it to?
Oh,
get a
hey.
roll on the attack?
Yeah, that is more than enough to. Ooh, woo. That's enough to shake him. Actually, you can't. That's not enough to hurt him or to kill him.
Oh,
Could he-
well,
could he
that's
add it-
fine. These two will be dating you next turn.
Can conviction be added to an attack roll though to try and get a raise?
Yes, it could be. Yep. If he he could spend his conviction to roll. He would need 2 more. You need to roll 2 or higher on a d6.
Do it.
And I would get the bonus damage, which would probably be enough to take him out.
Yep. Oh yeah, would be definitely.
So I could
Yes.
roll a d6, sure.
Yep. All
There
right.
we
So
go.
your conviction is spent 2 now. So Brandon spent his. Krusk has spent his, but that's another one down. Krusk, these guys are nothing compared to your prowess. All right. Looks like next up is Velka.
You know, I just can't help being heroic and loyal to a fault. So she sees Bran getting tendrilled up, and she's like, "Screw defense!" and she just runs straight at him and tries to cut the tendril.
Okay. Let me make my attacks. Your parry is a 5?
It is.
Okay. Let's see here. Oh shit! I hit you both times.
That's okay.
Neither with a raise though.
It's,
I-
10 and 4
Okay. So let's see
is that
here.
protection spell.
10. Okay, good. That's very good. So the first one is the protection of Bry holes. The second one, I just rolled 2 acing dice. And another one. So that's 20. 20 against their 10. So that is 1, 2. It's only 2 wounds though. You want to soak that?
I do.
Go ahead.
Let's see. Come on. Oh, fuck.
Yes!
Wow.
Beautiful.
Nice.
So they
My,
hit you.
my
but-
hindrances are coming in handy.
Yep.
And
Awesome.
she
That's
just.
some
I
good
didn't even
rolling.
have to run. That's 8 is my movement. I just bring that axe down on that tendril and go, leave him alone.
Okay.
Can I roll damage against the tree for that? Or
Well, no, you got to hit first.
oh yeah, I know.
If wishes were horses, buddy,
So,
beggars would ride. Go ahead and make your attack roll.
I didn't use conviction, so I don't. Well,
No, you want to spend a Benny re-roll?
I don't have any more. But could that conviction 8?
No, you,
work?
you can choose to spend conviction, and then you make a roll d6 and add.
Yeah, I'll do that. I want to hit this tree.
Go ahead. The tree's parry is now because of its size, you actually get a bonus to hit it.
Ooh. Okay.
So I'm just going to subtract it from the from its parry. Where the heck is it?
Did you fill in the little heart of conviction on your character sheet?
Yeah, that must have been it.
I did.
I think that's why it rolls it, Kev. It's like pre-rolling it, and then you can choose to use it, or what?
Well, I was thinking
That's
that,
what the sheet's doing.
No,
I would like.
yeah, I think so. Let's just
Seems
assume,
strange.
guys, that you've got conviction. Click on the conviction when you're rolling with it.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good to know.
Okay, here we go.
Yep.
All right. So that with the that will not be good enough to hit it.
So
You want to spend conviction? Roll 1d6.
yes.
Please do.
Come on.
That is
6.
enough to hit it.
Yes.
Whack. Go ahead and roll damage.
Eat it, tree.
Okay. And because you are using a slashing weapon,
Axe.
that will add 4. It sinks into it. That is still not enough. You did hit it. You could spend a Benny to Oh, you have no more bennies left.
I have no more bennies.
I'll stop
I'm
down
trying to
then.
save Bren.
Mare, you're up next. What are you doing?
Mara is going to move. I think. I'm trying to judge the range here.
Yep. Oh.
So, my weapon has a range of 12. Does that mean I'm in short range, or does that mean I have to move one to be in short range?
What is it at? 13?
It's at 12.
At 12, that's short range.
So that okay. So equaling
Yep.
the number is the range. Okay.
Yep.
So then she's gonna shoot from there,
Go ahead.
and I'm going to rapid fire again because these guns only have limited numbers of shots. But what good are they if they're in the gun?
That's a hit.
Yep.
Go ahead and roll damage.
Rapid fire. Oh. Is that 2 hits?
No, because your skill dice on that second one is a 2, so you don't get to get a wild dice on each of them. You remember the second attack, we're only
it's
looking at the
just
skill
the
dice.
skill
Yeah. So one of
Okay.
you can spend a Benny and re-roll everything though.
I will spend a Benny and reroll.
Okay. So that means a 4. Now roll for your second one. Okay. Click on re-roll. And we're looking just at the skill dice on this one. 5.
Nice.
Yep. So that's 2 hits. Go ahead and roll damage. The toughness here is, yeah. Oh, that would have been so good. Toughness is a 20.
Oh man.
Now, your thing is AP 2, right?
The Infernal Pistol. I have to go into the editing mode to see what the AP is. AP 1.
AP 1. Okay, so I'm comparing against 19. That's, you want to spend a Benny re-roll damage?
I only have 1 left after this.
Let's make the decision easier. Everybody gets a Benny.
Yay.
We're in the
Yeah.
last half hour of the game.
Yeah. Sweet.
I'm going to re-roll with a Benny there. Kev.
Go right ahead. Okay, no. Roll your second hit. Roll damage. Come on.
on,
You've
eight.
shaken it!
Wow.
Because I was such an idiot and spent so many bennies on cards earlier, I'm not going to waste one of my last ones. Get rid of it. So this thing, along the whole length of it, and you guys still have there's a lingering psychic connection. You can hear it screech out in this bizarre, trilling alien sound. All right, it is shaken. Then next up is, well, you have a tie, 9 and 9, and 9. We go with spades first. Raph, what are you doing?
Trying to finish another one of these guys off.
Remember, you could take a multi-action penalty if you want and hit twice.
I know. If I wasn't fatigued, I probably would.
Oh, shit. Right.
You have 5 bennies. Do it.
I guess. Just -3 on every strike is a lot.
Can you multi-action and wild fight?
Yeah, you can wild strike, get +2 to hit, +2 to damage, sure.
All you need is 1 exploding dice, and you're good to go.
Yep.
All right, sure. So then it's just the normal.
So it just, just normal. So you don't add any modifier. Your fatigue will be counted for. You need a 6 to hit these guys. Go ahead.
Yes.
Yeah, 1 hit. Go ahead and roll your next one.
Oh,
You can roll damage if you want. I should roll damage on that guy. Let's see the impact, the consequence of this one.
So these are then they do +2 damage, right? Yeah.
Yes, because your wild strikes. That'll be 8. So one of them is shaken. Knocked back.
And then I'll attack a different one, even though.
Yep, go ahead. Oh, that is a hit with a raise. Go ahead and roll damage. Come on, Raph. Holy shit.
Nice. Well done.
Yeah. Collapse its trachea with a side kick.
Didn't even use a Benny.
No.
Then it is, let's see here. Then next up, Hearts comes before them. Bran.
And remember, you got one Benny, Bran. You didn't.
Bran, you are, let's see here. Bleeding out.
Incapacitated?
I need a vigor check from you, please.
Mm.
Come on, Bran. Oh,
Nice.
yes!
Now I roll nicely.
Beautiful.
Got 4 6s on that one.
Because of your raise, Brent, you stabilize. You don't need to roll for bleeding out anymore.
Nice.
Nice.
Nice. All right, then it is the minions. So I'll go left to right here. One that may unshake. Oh, yeah, it does actually. So that one unshakes. You knocked it back with its shield, Raph. And then these two, I need an 8 to get you. There's no way. They are trying to get at you, and you're battering at the side. These two, we're going to do... Actually, because Mare hurt it. Mare, we got 2 on you now. Neither of those will hit you. Krusk, I got 2 on you. Oh, ace and dice. A 9? Actually, a 10.
Well then, yeah, my parry's a 9.
Okay. So I hit you, but with no raise. But it cuts across your armor. You are not injured. And then Ambrosius. Are you shaken right now, Ambrosius, or not?
I am. Yes.
Oh, right, because that, yeah, Yengethe's thag. But these two, your parry's a what? Is it a 5?
8.
8.
With my tower shield.
Oh, right.
So
Here's the thing: the shield only applies against half of the adversaries you fight, though.
Ah, okay.
That's
it's
okay.
8 on one, it's 6 on the other.
Yeah, neither of them hits you then.
Okay.
Against your shield, and then the other one comes in and you deke to the side.
Nice.
That is the end of our enemy's turn. Next up is Ambrosius. What are you doing, Ambrosius? First, rolling to unshake.
Yes.
Or spending a Benny and unshaking automatically.
I will spend a Benny.
Okay.
That is important. And I think the first time he's going to use his staff. He's not happy about this, but that's what it's come to.
Okay.
So he's swinging that staff around.
Wait, hold on. Staff? Staff is a two-handed weapon. You can't use a tower shield in the staff.
Then that's an excellent point. See, I told you I'd never used that staff before.
Never will again.
Seriously. Man, I think in that case, then he's going to, he is casting a spell. He's going to try slumber on the two of them.
Ah, nice. Okay.
Yep. So he's going additional, he's going with additional recipients.
Yep.
Actually, no, that's not a thing. Oh, yeah, wait. It's an area effect. So would that affect me?
It'll affect you, but what you can do is spend a point to make it selective.
Oh, that's right. Good point. Thank you. That's what I'm doing. So,
Yep. Click on it.
Yep.
Come on. Get that raise. Success. So spirit roll. Here we go. So these two, both of them drop unconscious.
Nice.
Thwunk. So let's do this.
It's a spray of mist over all of us.
Yep. So you can still move if you choose as well.
Oh, I am absolutely moving. Funny you asked. Now we're going this way.
Yep. You go up to 6.
Yep.
And Zenobia, last but certainly not least, what are you doing?
Okay, so I'm gonna roar at the top of my lungs as I use a free action to rage.
Yep.
Then I'm gonna do a multi-action. I want to run, and hopefully I will reach this creature
Yep.
and attack it.
Good time to
We'll
use
see.
conviction if you need to get there.
Totally. So here we go. Run, roll, romp.
Conviction, I don't think can be added to run.
To run, okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
But 10
oh,
inches,
it-
can you get there by 10?
Well, my question was gonna be, can I? Well, I can't go straight up over that. I have to go around.
Sure you can. Yeah, I'm fine with that.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Nope.
All right.
You did have your
Close.
throwing hand axe out, though.
I think I'm in a rage. Like, I'm not thinking straight. Like, I want to
Okay.
hack this thing to bits. So I run all this way and prepare to
Yep.
on my next turn.
Did you guys hear that
take
sound?
it down.
The 15-minute warning. Everyone gets a minute.
Yes.
All right, so here we go. Raph, you're up first here. Raph gets an 8. Oh, you know what? I have good news for you, Raph. I do have to redraw it because I forgot I got a Joker last time, so I need to reshuffle.
Maybe I'll go in my favor this time.
Exactly. Shuffle.
Raph,
Here we
here's
go. Alrighty, Raph.
Dude.
Here comes that Joker. Or 10.
Well,
Well, it is better.
It's better.
It's better.
Zenobia, you're way the heck up there.
Yeah.
Zenobia gets. Where the fuck did it go?
Ace.
Ace.
Ace of
Hearts. Let's see here. Velka. And gets a Jack of Hearts. Mare gets King of Spades.
Some
Crust.
big cards coming out of there.
Yep.
More big cards.
King of Clubs.
Man, all the face cards
Ambrosius.
are gone. Where's my
Where
card?
is Ambrosius? Where is Ambrosius?
Right here.
Gotta roll that. Oh, there you are. Okay, Ambrosius is
That's
getting
not bad.
10 of Hearts.
I'll take it.
That at all. Bran, you're getting.
Deuce.
Everyone gets a Benny. Joker.
Wow.
Everybody gets a Benny.
Everybody gets
the
a Benny.
Yangethe gets 8, and the adversaries a Jack of Spades. So I'm not spending any bennies. Anybody? Hands up. Anybody spending bennies, or are you all happy with your giant
Those are
cards?
good.
All right then. So first up, Bran. When do you want to act? You're not doing anything.
Well, I will hold my action in case I get healed or awakened.
I think that is an. So here's the thing: you don't actually have to hold your action. You just get to decide when you go.
Okay.
I know that's sort of splitting hairs, but just for the sake of it, what it means is that you don't have to roll athletics to try and interrupt somebody. You can go whenever the hell you want.
Okay. I have no intentions of interrupting anyone at this point.
And roll 20 for all the shit we give it for bad rolls. Sometimes it definitely has a sense of drama because Zenobia, you're up next.
Okay, so I'm moving up to the creature, and I'm gonna do a multi-action
Yep.
to attack it twice, and it offsets because I have to, when raging, fight with wild strikes.
Yep. Okay. So no modifier to damage. The parry
2.
is going to be a 6.
Okay, here we go. First attack,
That's a hit.
6, and then second attack. Nope, but I'm spending a penny.
Sounds good.
Roll.
Hit it.
Good call.
Yes.
Nice hit.
Oh,
So
just
first,
everybody knows my spirit bonus is gone this round.
okay.
Okay.
Zenobia, is your bastard sword armor piercing?
Yes, 1. AP
Awesome.
1.
So you need a 19 is what you're rolling against.
Okay, I only need 19. All right, here's my first roll. I get a
remember,
+2 from the wild strike.
Correct. Yep.
Here we go.
You know, spend a Benny.
Nope. Of course I am. Why would you ask
Nice.
that question? I'm not changing it on my sheet. I'm tracking it right here for this moment
Sure,
until
yeah,
the end of my
that's-
turn, and then I'll update it.
Sounds good. Go ahead and roll your attack.
And here we go.
Oh, 11.
Okay,
Second one.
I'll do my second attack and see what happens here. 2. Nope, so I will spend a penny,
Okay.
and I will re-roll that. Come on, let's go.
Hold on.
Oh,
Conviction
Oh, I do have conviction.
can be
But
spent
can you
at
spend
any
it-
time to add 1d6 to all the characters' trait and damage rolls until the beginning of your next turn.
Oh, wow.
Oh,
Conviction is
Well,
insane
I will
in
have-
this.
okay. Well, will have spent that then.
Okay, so we'll retroactively apply it to the best damage you did in the first one.
Yeah, here we go.
And this can explode as well, too. So 14 is...
No.
Oh, neither of those is good enough. Do you want to spend a
Yeah.
Benny to re-roll damage again?
Yeah, I have one because I have one Benny left.
Okay, so add 5 to it in total, because between your conviction and the other.
Yeah. Oops, 5. There we go. Oh man, I tried. I'm hacking at this thing, but it's just
Yep.
not doing anything.
Next up is King of Spades. Mare, what are you doing?
she's gonna shoot at the big creature.
Okay,
Rapid fire.
go ahead.
So first shot.
Come on. Oh, hit with a raise. Click a second time to see what that other dice does. Let's look at the skill dice here. So your best one is that you got 2 hits there. As we take the wild dice, we'll step in for that second one. So first one with this is with a raise. Go ahead and roll damage.
Can I re-roll the first one with?
When you re-roll all of them, and then you take the best one.
Take the best one.
You got a raise.
Yeah, you take the best 2, or the best 2 of the results. You can get. Yeah, you already got 1 hit with a raise and 1 that's just a hit. You'd roll a second time when we look at the total dice. Picture if you were doing it in person, you'd have 2d10 and 1d6, and you'd roll those. And if you spend a penny, you pick up and roll again. And if it's better, okay, and roll one more time. So that first one was better. It was hit with a raise, hit with without. Go ahead and roll damage. This one is the one with your raise, so it'll be add the extra damage. 20.
Wow.
Screams out as it suffers a wound. Again, you feel that wave of pain and that trilling again. Go ahead and roll damage for your second one.
Did I use my conviction cap?
You can, yeah.
Just a d6?
Just a d6, which can explode, so make sure you put an exclamation mark. Ah!
Okay, that doesn't matter.
Okay, but now you're going to add +1 to this damage.
Okay.
From your conviction. Come on. This is just the 3d6 +1. Let's bet a Benny to re-roll that.
Sure, why not?
Okay.
Awesome.
Go ahead. Come on. Not good. Second one hits its hide. It is injured, though, and as long as it suffers wound penalties, it is now suffering wound penalties. Krusk, you're up next. What are you doing?
I gotta get rid of these 2 schmucks.
Okay.
So. Come on. Oof.
Okay. That's good enough. No, first one hit. No raise. Go ahead and roll for your second attack.
All right.
Oh, actually, roll damage on this one. Let's see if you take him down.
Yeah, roll damage on this and then.
Yeah. Just a bit. Go ahead, roll your second attack.
Look at that! So quick, the icon disappeared before we even really reacted.
4, 4, 4, 4. It's like the game's got a stutter.
Yeah.
Go ahead and roll damage.
Nice.
Hit with no raise.
All right.
Let's bet a Benny re-roll.
Yeah, darn right I will.
I believe you have all the bennies right now.
Oh,
so.
I don't know what the heck I just did there, but hold on. I'll fix that later.
Wrong color. Go ahead and roll damage.
Ah.
Not even shaken. All right. Next is Velka.
Okay. Question.
Yes.
Multi-action.
I have
take
bad news. It's actually the minions who go first. Spades goes before hearts.
Oh.
Sorry, let me just make my quick attacks here. Against Raph. None of them are still getting through. Against Mare. Oh. Mare hit you with a raise. What's your armor?
10.
Yeah. That magic is protecting you. Krusk. Nope, no way. And then those 2 are asleep, so they're out of the fight. I'm just going to put X's through them just to indicate that they're out of the fight. All right. Then, now, I'm sorry, John, go ahead. What was your question?
It says rage is a limited free action. That mean it doesn't count as an action, right?
Yes, it just means that you can only do 1 of the limited free actions per round.
Okay, so if I do like the multi-action thing, I take a -2 to whatever I do?
Yes.
So can I drop a quick relief on...
You take -2 for if you're doing 2 actions, it's -2. If you're doing 3 actions, it's -4.
Does limited free action count as an action?
Does not count, no. Limited.
Okay. So Velka is just going to drop a quick relief spell on Bran to heal him a wound, and then
relief doesn't heal wounds. Healing does.
Oh, it does? I thought it healed a wound.
Healing heals wounds.
Yeah.
I think
relief gets rid of fatigue.
Yeah. You can do vulnerable. You can do distracted. You can do.
Do you have healing?
No. Okay.
But hold on, John. We each have potions.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I could
just
slip him a potion. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, I'll drop him a potion.
Okay, so that will be 1 action to feed him a potion.
And then she'll turn her attention to the tree and just start moving at it, going into rage and swinging wildly at it.
Okay.
Brent wasn't here at the beginning, so he didn't know that we all got a potion, right?
Yeah.
No, I got one on my character sheet.
Oh, you do? Okay.
So, Bran, you are no longer incapacitated. So you are suffering 3 wounds right now, and you're fatigued. Velka, I'm gonna impose a the -4. So if you wild strike, if you're raging, you have to wild strike. So it's only gonna be -2 on one attack. Go ahead.
I'm
and you get a gang up bonus. So you get +1 to hit.
Okay, so
you and Zenobia are in.
Okay,
I should have attacked the 3rd time.
Nope, Benny.
Go ahead.
Reroll -1. Benny?
Yeah, spend another Benny.
I want to hit this thing so hard.
Burn him out.
Oh my god.
You got one more. Do it.
Yeah, I'll reroll.
Not a fan.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah.
5 minutes left. Let's do this.
Yeah.
Fuck, it's going the wrong direction.
Roll 20's like, no, you fuckers are playing tonight.
That's right.
Bed is for the weak.
All right. So then next, now Brent, you get to choose. You want to go now?
Yeah. Okay.
You
I
get
will.
a +2 to your action. You want to try and cast a spell while you're prone?
Would it take an action to use my own healing potion, or is that a free?
Yeah, that'll take an action.
I guess, you know what? This is the best shot I'll ever get. I'm only -3 at this point.
No, you should be -5 because you've also.
But you said +2 to the action, right?
What's that?
+2 to the Joker. Yeah.
Yep, you're absolutely right. Yep.
Just -3 is the best I'm going to get at this combat. So I'm going to. It's a one shot. I'll cast Confusion on it and hope I can make it vulnerable.
It is unlikely that confusion will affect this thing.
GM throwing you a bone.
Just an FYI.
Yeah, that makes sense.
You know, like, you've talked this over. Raph got a raise on his thing. These are alien psychic beings. You wouldn't know how to make it. You have no idea what it's like, what planet or dimension it's from.
All right. Well, let's go with the biggest, baddest bolt I can come up with.
Yeah.
Okay. We will do a 5-point bolt. I will take. Let's see here. It'll be the extra damage for 2, and the extra and fatigue for 2. So that would make it 5 if it hits.
Probably is immune to fatigue as well. Just an FYI.
You're having all these bad news inspirations right now.
Well, I might as well.
That raise that Jeff rolled earlier is
-3 to -5 to everything after this turn. So let's.
Fair enough.
Go ahead,
give her
Rich.
a whirl.
Make your roll. Let's go.
Do your worst.
So -3 to your. Oh, yeah, don't put any penalty modifier. It'll account for it. Oh, no, add +2. Add +2 to your roll. Because that
So
way
just
it'll
put a
offset.
2 in the.
Not a
Yeah,
plus.
just a number 2. Yeah. Go ahead. Here we go.
16!
The
I
raise!
can't believe that happened.
There you go.
So that'll do. Let's see here. You juice it up to a
4d6 damage
3d6.
now.
So click on. So hold on, Brad. Make sure you're clicking on the spells from now on. Always click on the spell, not
right.
spellcast. That's okay. Roll on that now, and then just roll on damage. So click on bolt.
Yeah, and then for damage.
Click on damage. Oh, thank God you did that one.
Yeah. Okay.
Jeez.
Now roll damage. Okay.
Remind you one more time.
Click roll damage, then we're also going to roll a d6 on top of that.
And 2
Okay.
for damage, right? Because
Well, this is the base bolt, right? It should be 2
Okay,
extra.
hold on,
D6.
guys. This rolls, if we take the bonus dice, that adds it to 3d6. Now we need 1 more d6. So please roll the 1d6, Brent. That's a 12 right now. Let's see how you do in that d6. Roll that again. You're up to 18. You are 1 shy.
Come on.
He can't get less than 1.
Yes.
A 6 again? Brent, roll again.
Oh my goodness.
This makes up.
Yes.
That's enough to make a 4. Brent, what does it look like as Bran, broken, bloodied, battered, unleashes this lightning bolt that annihilates this tree?
From the ground.
So he's still on the ground. He's prone, and he's just had this healing potion. So he's probably on his back lying. So he turns over, props himself up, just like not like on his arms, and reaches out with one arm, and he just takes everything he can. He's like, "Ugh!" and just like
amazing. So
That's
this
awesome.
thing completely died. And
Yes.
the best part of that is, as much as we give shit to roll 20, for how much we built up Brent's terrible rolling.
Yeah.
It's his clinch roll right
I'm
at
so-
the end.
So
So
from now
glad I
on,
knew
attack
it.
from the ground. Always attack from
Exactly.
the ground.
Yeah, you gotta lie down first.
Everybody gets conviction. Everyone who you only can have conviction or
Yes.
not have conviction. Anyone who doesn't
Okay.
have conviction, you've got it again now
Nice.
as you
Yeah.
defeat this thing. But here's the thing, Raph. Let me change the musical cues. Bran rolls over to his back. Okay, that's it.
It's sleepy time now.
I took another look at the relief. I can actually numb his pain, so he ignores the penalties if depending on my roll.
So
but
that's
I can't heal
different.
it.
Yeah, so that's
Yeah.
different from healing. So, Raph, what you feel, because you were the one that was trying to stay connected to this thing, right? You were trying to get your mind in there.
Yeah.
Imagine, if you will, seeing this thing as a blue lattice work of circuitry. And there is a pulse as this goes out, but it travels along a line. And we see it in your mindscape traveling across the broken land, the open wild plains, and the misshapen hills of the Feldales. This single pulse goes in and then spreads out, and it's like a night sky lighting. There must be hundreds of these things, and you saw smaller motes as well too. And in your mind's eye, you see, I'm just going to put it on the map here because this will be easier. A mutant, eyeless, malformed, going up. But there are twigs going out of its eye. Thousands of them cry out. Their master, the mutant master, cries out. And his army is on the march. So, with that, guys, we bring Dreams of the Gallows Grove to an end.
Is it too late to heal Bran for?
We're going to see what happens between now and next session.
Okay.
I can tell you that next session, Chapter 2, is called Foes of the Feldales. So, for those listening at home, thank you so much for joining us for Chapter 1 of the Terror from the Forgotten Time. As is always the case, if you have any comments, questions, or concerns regarding this session, this our gaming marathon, the Musers Marathon, or if the game we're playing, Savage Pathfinder, please don't hesitate to leave a comment in the comment section below. Follow the link below to the Dungeon Musings Discord and post your comment there or question. Or you can reach me on Twitter at Dungeon Musings. You can reach me by email. My email address is dungeonmusings@gmail.com. And you can find many of these fine folks here. All of their socials are down in... Oh, they're not. I'm a liar. I'm a vicious liar. Vicious liar. However, if you do want to check out George Straighton's IMDb page, it's a great place to go and just keep clicking refresh over and over and over again. It's a terrific, fun activity in which we all engage in every now and then.
You get bennies when you do it.
You do get pennies when you do that. So, let's see here. For what else do I need to do? I'm so fucking spent from that fight, guys, and so glad you took down that Yangathe. Oh my goodness. For the players, I will first say a huge thank you. Jeffrey, George, John, Dave, Andrew, Sean, Brent, thank you so much for joining me on. I talked to the guys before we went live, and I told them this is my favorite holiday of the year. The Musers Marathon is the thing I look forward to more than any other holiday throughout the year. So thank you so much, guys. This was a shit ton of fun for Chapter 1. I can't wait to make your life hell in Session 2. If you are joining us live or around the time of recording, our next session, Chapter 2, will be played live starting tomorrow morning at, 8 o'clock? 9 o'clock? 9 o'clock?
9
9
Central.
o'clock Central Time, and that will be running for 3 hours. And yeah, we have some familiar faces returning. Some other heroes will be otherwise occupied. Our next session, Chapter 3, will be at Saturday afternoon, starting at 2 o'clock Central Time and running till 6. And then our final chapter, assuming our heroes survive, final chapter will be on Sunday night, or Sunday afternoon, I should say. Sunday afternoon from, I think it's, 2 o'clock to 6 as well? Is that right, guys?
Yeah, that sounds right.
Oh, it's in the
2 o'clock to
afternoon.
6 CST. Yep.
Nice. I will make that one then.
Nice. I got
I thought it was in the morning.
You're reeling you back in. It's great. So, but yeah, and anyway, for those joining us from home too, thank you so much for joining us. Normally we get to, we play these in person for our gaming marathons, and unfortunately due to the current the ongoing pandemic, we're not able to do that in person. But guys, this was easily an equal enjoyment. And if you, when we get offline, to be sure to send your contact information, or at least your mailing address to Jeffrey, so he can make sure that you get your Thai food tonight.
Excellent.
That sounds awesome, actually. I'll take it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
I actually have some curry in the fridge, which I believe I'm eating afterwards because I am spending. So,
Yeah.
for those, again, who joined us, thank you so much for joining us for this first part. We'll see you hopefully again with Chapter 2. Last thing I'll say is that you can also find a link in the description of the video to the Dungeon Musings charity initiative, which is called Heroes Save Villages. This benefits the SOS Children's Villages, the international charity, great organization active in over 130 countries, benefiting over 80,000 orphaned and abandoned children from around the world. To date, the Dungeon Musings community has raised a little over 3,200. I think it might be at 3,300 right now, which means we're closing in on our annual target, which is mind-boggling. So a huge thank you to everyone who has donated thus far. And if you donate from now until August 1st, you get a chance to win one of the prizes in our next charity raffle. The charity raffle will be on August 1st, and the grand prize is a copy of Beetle and Grimm's awesome Legendary Edition, Curse of Strahd. If you don't win that, you'll win a copy of their Shadowy Silver Edition of the Van Richten's Guide to Ravenloft. If you don't win that, there's a great chainmail dice bag made by our resident armorsmith here, Dave. There's also some really terrific Dungeon Crawl Classics modules that George has donated to the charity. There's also some great stuff from the Dungeon Musings Red Bubble Shop too. So if you don't win the grand prize, there's still plenty of other great prizes. And even if you don't win that, you also will get a chance to vote in the charity sessions that we play for at end of the month. I guess I got to announce what we're playing at the end of the month still. After the marathon, let's get through this first. One thing at a time. And you also get a chance to help outfit our heroes for those charity sessions too. The week before, I post a bunch of options, and then you can take the money that you donated and spend it to help outfit our heroes, which has made a huge difference in several of the games that we've played thus far. Last thing, I'm going to circle back to it. This is my usual thing. Once again, Jeff, George, John, Dave, Andrew, Sean, and Brent, thank you so much for playing today, guys. And it's worth noting, like, Savage Worlds is not a game that really is intended to play quickly with a big group of players. I am enormously grateful. Such great players you guys are, and helping this thing move along so we can get through the story, even though we're playing with 7 players. So thank you, guys. For that
we actually managed
Totally, that was great.
We managed to get exactly how far you planned in the first session.
Mm-hmm.
That's a first.
I'm learning. No, usually it's only been this past years when I've really been slipping. Yeah. So for those listening at home, thank you so much for joining us. Again, you can join us again tomorrow. We have 2 more sessions tomorrow, 1 more session on Sunday. Until we see you again, we hope this finds you healthy, safe, and weathering the current crisis as well as can be expected. We hope that we gave you a few hours to take your mind off of the troubles of our world and think about the troubles that are marching on the town of Torch. And until we see you again, stay safe, stay healthy, and happy gaming.